A vaporizer just looks like a bong.
Yeah.
All right. Is it on?
Yeah.
Are we on the internet? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. This is session 33. Everyone gets a point of inspiration. If you need a break, just say it and we'll take one. Now it's time to take the Zoom pick.
Oh,
Nah.
Great. Very good. Yes, everyone looks so surprised. Love this. Thank you.
yeah, it's weird. We do that every time, and I never expect it.
Do you all... Should I put together a slideshow in the future?
Yeah, well, I looked at our first stream the other day, and I was like, holy shit. Like, it was just... I looked very different. Like...
Oh, yeah. We've all evolved.
I assumed that there was just a constant slideshow in progress.
Well, for my personal time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind
Right.
seeing it if you
Just
want to put
make
it
that
together.
public.
Perfect. Okay. If you all need... Yep, I said that. Okay. Yep, did that. Okay. Time for a summary of what happened last time. Y'all ready? Last time we began, the session started with the sea monster of Bremen ramming into the bottom of a fishing boat, knocking the fishers within out and into freezing waters. The sea beast then took off, with Skywatcher trying to follow it, but quickly getting outpaced, while the rest of Equinox tended to the struggling dwarf fishermen. Skywatcher lost sight, but kept pursuing, while Beery, Forgehand, Jasper, and Goody all got the dwarves out of the water and into boats, and gave them things to help keep them warm. Y'all then began rowing your boats to Tourmaline, while Jasper spoke to Skywatcher using Jasper's Psychic Whispers feature, ultimately deciding that Skywatcher was going to take a rest in the bottom of the lake as an octopus while watching out for the sea beast of Bremen. The rest of the party made its way to and arrived in Tourmaline to drop off the cold and exhausted fisherman dwarves. Y'all also intuited, since all the other boats came in for the day upon seeing those two fishers get attacked, that if you were the only vessel on the lake, it's likely the sea beast would come for you. Arriving in Bremen, the dwarves were handed off. Beery repaired both of the boats. Forgehand kept watch over her and the boats, sort of in a little bit of a standoff with the town's guard. And Jasper went for a quick dash and hide to lose his tail, one of the guards. And then, after changing identities, went to check out the burnt-down Mistruven Theater, which was seemingly abandoned of its occupants, including the Hellions, the collection of teenage orphan criminals that Jasper has sort of befriended in town. Really, Equinox, but Jasper specifically. Saddened that you guys were, you guys sort of met back at thinking about the situation. Tonight was supposed to be when you did your show in Tourmaline. That's not going to happen. Y'all decided it would be best to depart. Jasper on the way out back to town. Jasper on the way out of town, on his way back to the docks, looked into the thoughts of one of the guards and quickly figured out. Well, first of all, he examined him with his eyes, and you figured out that one of these guards in particular seemed to be in a higher position of power than the others. And then, reading his mind, after you referenced how sad it was that Miss Reuven burned down, you quickly saw an image of him and the other guards, like, burning Miss Reuven down that prior couple of evenings. A bit pissed off, Jasper at least, and a bit sad, the rest of Equinox. Y'all loaded back up into the boat and made a somewhat long trip back to Skywatcher, navigating through ice floes and finding his octopus form chilling and goofing around a bit. As you all reunited, Skywatcher circled the boats, and you all talked about possible plans. By the time you arrived to Skywatcher, the sun had set, and shortly after arrival, a blizzard started. Jasper informed you all of his findings in town about Mistruven. In the midst of deciding you needed to leave these bad conditions, the sea beast you'd been looking for showed itself. Skywatcher tried and failed to cast Animal Friendship, which let him know that, this failed in such a way that it means that this creature's too intelligent, which you intuited meant that it was awakened. And then you also tried to cast Enlarge Reduce, and that failed as well. 4chan prepared to strike this creature with his hammer, and Beery stepped in, and as the creature was going to attack, offered a bit of an olive branch, and conversations began. The creature explained that a being named Ravison, the druid that you all had come to hate and then kill in the past, had given this creature, Moonstar, as you came to find out its name, intelligence, and was threatening to destroy Moonstar's eggs unless Moonstar helped rid the shores of the lake of the corruption of humanoids, according to Ravison, and that they must suffer. You all showed the sea beast the things in your possession that had been taken off of her dead body, and convinced her that Ravison was in fact dead and no longer a threat. As I said, she introduced herself then as Moonstar, which seemingly a misunderstanding of being called a monster. And Jasper assured her that Ravison wouldn't be able to take away Moonstar's intelligence anymore, and you all promised to help her save her eggs. Jasper connected to her mind and Skywatcher's mind using the psychic whispers, and then you all began to travel across the lake, hooking the boats together with rope and being pulled by Moonstar. This 2-hour trip allowed you all to take a short rest or two, regaining some abilities. 4chan put all of his armor back on, Beery mended the boats, casted augury, and Beery and Goody and 4chan all examined some magical items that they had purchased. You discovered some information about the things you purchased, and then you arrived at the cove entrance. You all sat outside for a time with Moonstar and made a plan, as well as utilize the new familiar owl statue to go into this cave and do some recon to check out the cave, the nest, and the mammoth that was guarding these eggs. After some intel was acquired, Jasper and Skywatcher snuck ahead underwater while the others pulled up behind them. The mammoth in the cave confronted you all, threatening to smash the eggs. Then Beery used a command spell to get him to move, and combat popped off. Moonstar came out of the water and grappled the mammoth. 4chan got larged and helped this grappling process. Skywatcher sort of kept watch, as noticing that there were things sneaking towards you all in the water. Jasper went and snatched the eggs up for safekeeping in the bag of holding. The mammoth pretty quickly surrendered to you all, saying that he didn't even want to do this. He would like to get out of here, but you all have to deal with the trees first. You all then got attacked by some awakened trees that had apparently also been sent by Ravison, and were keeping watch. And after a pretty quick and successful battle, they were defeated, and you all settled into the space of the cave. It's currently like 6 p.m. As the adrenaline fades, you all look around, see that the remains of the awakened trees are sort of floating in the warm waters. You feel the air in here is so much nicer than the cool air outside where the blizzard's going on. You take a second, catch your breaths. 4chan, within a minute, you reduce to your normal size. Skywatcher, you had said that you were going to walk out of the water and turn into a centaur. And as you do that, the awakened beasts react.
Oh, you are not an octopus at all. You're like Ravison,
Is what Moonstar says. And then Crusher says,
You can change shape like Ravison. Can you make me smaller and get me out of this cave? Can you make me breathe underwater like she did? Also, I don't know if I said it earlier on Crusher,
I mean, I can make you smaller. Yeah, yep. I mean, the other breathing underwater. I don't know about all that.
No. Well, maybe I can hold my breath while we go under there.
Is
Is this,
would you be
by the
willing
way, technical difficulty wise, does this voice is not breaking up and shitty like the other ones, right?
sounds great.
Sounds good.
Cool. If it starts breaking up, please let me know. Sorry, go ahead, Jesse.
Moonstar, would you be willing to help Crusher get out of here back to land?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank
Keep
you
them
for
afloat.
not crushing my eggs. I think we've all sort of been a slave to Ravison in a way.
And Crusher sort of looks to Moonstar and
Says, I don't even want to be here. I haven't wanted to be here for a while. She had to like shrink me down to get me in here. I've just been eating fish for so long. I don't want to crush your eggs. I just did it because I like thought I should for a while, and then I didn't want to, and then these trees showed up, and they're like, we'll fucking kill you if you don't threaten to crush those eggs.
You know what's funny about this whole thing is all these people are saying Ravison's gonna kill them, or someone is gonna kill them on Ravison's behalf if like they didn't do this like one thing. I wonder how far up that goes. Like how many more things we're gonna find that are just operating on her behalf.
Now, why did the trees have to tell, the mammoth here to threaten to crush the? Why didn't they just threaten to crush the eggs themselves?
They had no problem getting in the cave, so I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
They need sunlight.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
So
Right.
is Crusher large? Like is that
He's huge.
yeah.
okay? So
So basically, since you've been underwater seeing this cave, there are the depth at which he's going to be end up walking, like that far down, it narrows out. But since Moonstar is like able to like adjust buoyancy, she can kind of like make herself fit through that passage.
okay.
So that's why like he needs to be physically smaller to pass through some of the areas.
But like, so if Akangor made you smaller, could you walk on the bottom and just stick your trunk out through the top?
Maybe. We could try it.
I mean, that would be the easiest way, I think. But you know,
I'm down to do whatever.
Just go pretty quick.
maybe
What about buoyancy?
What does that word mean?
I don't know for sure, but my understanding is making things float, and it's hard to, you're going to be underwater. Wouldn't you just float? Can you walk on the bottom of the water? I'm doing this.
When I've tried to do that, I've gotten stuck. A lot.
well,
Wait,
Does that make sense?
I wonder if you got smaller, if we could just get Moonstar to kind of yank you out the other side, just kind of
That's
be
would
fast.
be fine with me. I also, did you all talk about going to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you be willing to put my eggs back in the nest?
Oh, absolutely.
Moonstar says.
I'll do that right now.
So yeah, at this point, you all are all gathered up together on land, save for Moonstar, who's still like mostly in the water. Beery, the familiar, has flapped back over to you and is like landed on your shoulder. Goody's just sort of like sitting on the edge of the bank with their roots in the warm water of this pool, and seems to be collecting little stones and just like putting them into their pot. And at one point says, "Hey, do you guys, weren't we supposed to write something in a book for that lady at the dock? Notebook or something?"
Oh yeah.
What was that?
She talked about wanting to information about the sea beast or drawing a picture or something.
Oh,
Tally, the biologist.
Yeah, we
Tally.
can do better than just writing about it in a book. We could probably just arrange a conversation, right?
yeah. So I think what could be cool is
What's
if
going on?
Nothing.
we were kind of sent here. There's a lady in Bremen that was like, oh, if you see the sea monster, could you draw a picture of it for me, and just any information we could get about you. And there's probably some sort of benefit in us getting them some information, but we can also only tell them what you want us to tell them about you. Because I think they're just curious because you seem pretty dangerous out there. So they were like, what's happening? Why is this happening to us? So they wanted to find out. And if you're not going to attack them anymore, then we could potentially introduce you to the town, or
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, bud. And
okay.
yeah, let's just
They
go
were
from
very
there.
nice. They were
If
very
you-
nice. I think you'd like them.
Can I ask for
Take it.
advantage because it was my priority to steal the eggs?
You can ask for advantage because Beery and because you have helped steal these eggs and
Cool.
return them. Yes.
Persuasion.
I caught that help action there, Jesse. Thanks.
That is a 21.
That's a number.
What was this person's name?
Tally.
I would agree to meet them if they are nice, like you all, and can be trusted.
Well, on the dock, they were giving this drunk guy hell. So that's not a real indicator
He
of
was drinking water.
no, he was. He drank too much alcohol, liquor. Are you?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
It's an
Well,
intoxicant.
if you'd like to try some,
There's kelp at the bottom of the lake sometimes that I eat that makes me feel funny.
would
Like
you?
that?
Yeah, kind of like that. Would you happen to have any of that kelp that I could maybe hold on to?
Let me check my pockets.
I mean,
wait.
in the lake,
Oh,
it's
wait.
basically like your inventory. Is there some available now?
I could maybe grab some tomorrow when we leave.
That'd be cool. Yeah. So
I
anyway,
have experienced some injuries and would also like to rest
sure.
with you all whenever that happens.
Yeah. So I guess Jasper will collect some of that wood. And hey, can I steal a little from your nest here?
No.
And just no.
No, please don't.
Okay. And he'll just take the wood and kind of try to use his fire starter and try to make a fire in here.
Yeah, roll a survival check.
Depending on how hard you struggle, I could just
Yeah, you could.
offer.
Oh
to
no.
help.
I got a 10.
10 is, well, what wood did you have?
Well, the wood from the trees.
Ah, the dead tree men.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be wet. So
Yeah. It's a little rough with this super fresh, wet wood. Taking a fire is not. It doesn't seem like it's super easy with these sort of conditions. And I'll say, at one point, Moonstar's like,
Okay, this is sort of sad to watch. If you want to take a little bit of the nest, if that will help, then you should.
Oh,
Do, is there anywhere for the smoke to go in here if we actually start a fire, though?
I'll say roll a perception check, 4chan. You have the furthest dark vision here because you're wearing all your stuff again, right?
Certainly do. Yeah. Eh, that's a 10.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very large open cave, and you do see the ceiling in some parts like 30 feet up, other parts 60. And then, like, you do see sort of a place that's up and goes a bit beyond your vision. It's out some natural chimney of some sort or something. It seems like it wouldn't. It's not going to. There won't be any, poisoning or smoked out that'll happen from this.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'll also say, as we discussed a bit in chat, this is when you all get the maps out and talk about like what you might want to do next. And to long story short it, as of now, the rough draft is go to Bremen, then go to Tourmaline, and also maybe Lonelywood. And then from there, go to Targos, then Bryn Shander, and then try to take on one of the new missions in either Dugan's Hole or Caer Dineval. Or possibly whatever mission from Targos that you all have heard about with the people climbing up the mountain, which really would be closer to Caer Dineval. Correct? Cool?
Sounds about right.
Very good. Beery, at about 7 p.m., your sending stone goes off from Drea. They say, BB is home. Was not allowed in. I climbed above, keeping watch. Tell Jasper no metal man yet. How is Bremen treating you? Stay safe. If you want to take a minute or two to plan out a response there, you can. And everyone sort of heard this as Beery gets out the sending stone.
Oh, so set the sending stone to speaker mode. So,
Yes, of course.
Bremen is safe. Sea monster, not a monster. Very nice. Is BB with you? I hope he's not taking it too hard. We miss you.
you
Jasper.
pooping?
Drea says, no metal man yet.
Dang. That thing just sounds crazy. What the hell is a metal man? I mean, I guess
So-
sometimes Forge Hand looks like a metal man.
Ching, ching.
Well done on the 25 words there. You can't get a response back because that was Drea using their sending stone for the day.
Right.
But if you want to send a follow-up message, they can respond.
Does anybody have anything to say?
Were you taking care of Vernus? That happened since they left, right?
Oh,
Yeah, they were also like in the shared dream with you all
Oh, yeah.
when that was concluded.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much.
If you want to sit on it and think about it, you can do that in the future. But for the time being, you've asked that and they can't respond.
I guess I would respond quickly so they could respond, and I'd just say stuff like,
Are you brushing your teeth? Are you washing your hair? Like, are you being good?
Make sure BB gets
stuff
to
that
bed
they don't really
early.
have to answer.
Yeah. Cool. Drea says back. BB not with me inside Goblin home base. They didn't let me come in
Oh,
because I'm a halfling. They
I was
didn't
about to clarify that for
trust me. Yes, yes, yes are the answers to the last thing.
okay.
So,
you.
yeah,
No at the end for you pooping.
I thought it
Eh,
was
not pooping.
BB is home, but was not allowed in. But
No,
Drea was not allowed.
Drea was
Yes.
not allowed in.
I get it
understand.
now.
I pieced that together. I knew where you're going, Elliot.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh,
With
good.
25 words, you can only say so much about a situation.
Yeah, that's the
Almost
trouble.
like 25 words.
Yes. So yeah, from this conversation, you intuit Drea has climbed above this whole clan's base and is just watching from the mountains to see whatever they can.
You got to abuse contractions whenever possible.
Absolutely got to abuse contractions.
so you could have just said I wasn't instead of was not.
Yeah. Damn, you're right. I did that on the way back with. Well, it should have been okay. Whatever. Onwards and upwards. Contractions are key with ascending stone. So all this being said, is there anything you all want to do in this cave before you go to bed? It's probably about 7 p.m. I guess, yeah. Drea sent that at 7 p.m., so it's a little after 7 p.m. at this point.
We will cook some dinner. A nice
Dinner.
stew.
Moonstar says,
Would you like me to grab you a fish to cook?
That would be lovely.
I will be back.
Nothing
and
like fresh fish.
she slips out into the water, and it's just a few minutes later comes back with like a big 60-pound knucklehead.
Dang. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Very.
So we had also been fishing previously. for
Yep,
quite
there
a
are
bit,
still
and
3 fish in the boats.
we still had those 3 rather sizable fish that we could cook up.
At least one of them needs to go to the lady, but I just got a great idea.
Well, the fish were for the drunken dwarf, first of all. Second of all,
Well, no, my fish was for me. I wasn't about to give it to that guy.
Well, no,
Okay.
He can heck off.
That's
we have
fine.
nothing to do with him.
my fish was for the innkeeper,
Okay. Yes.
and I caught more than one with the intention of taking 2 back.
Yes. Okay. I recall this now. From
Yes. I'm remembering from my brain.
Cora from Buried Treasures.
Yes.
You were bringing back a fish so that she could make some stew.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it is. They are still in the boat, just hanging out.
We should just tie the boats to the cave entrance here, so they
Just
stay
leave them
cold.
outside and frozen.
So they stay cold and fresh.
If you want to, I'll say you guys can orchestrate that with Moonstar. She will help as best she can.
Cool.
But yeah, is there anything else you all? Beery begins to make you all some fish stew. What's Jasper up to? What's Forjan doing? What's Skywatcher doing?
Jasper is in this kind of cave area. He's sort of getting the same kind of vibe he got from the spring at the that dwarven spring.
Are you talking about Soon's Comfort and Tourmaline?
No, I'm talking about the one that I did
okay.
with...
Yeah, forever ago.
Yeah. And also kind of thinking about how tonight is the night that we were supposed to play the show at Miss Reuven, and how Corpse Grinder would have wanted to do that. And will pull out his pan flute and just kind of start going over some of the songs that we would play in the caravan on the way from Fireshear.
I love this.
And we'll just kind of hit the pipe and kind of take some swigs from his flask and just kind of get lost in the pipes.
I love this. Roll me a performance check. And because I love it, take advantage.
Cool.
We love some nostalgia.
That is a 23.
Okay, that's pretty good. Jasper sits down, gets a little high and drunk, and just starts playing music by this like little cove. And at one point, Goody gets up and starts to like dance next to you while you're doing it. I don't think Goody has a musical instrument, right? No, they've just been concentrating on things. Cool. Forjan, what are you doing as this night goes on? Is there anything else you'd like to do in particular?
I don't have anything specific, so I guess I'll just keep a very basic, generic beat. Just hammer on the stalactite behind
Yeah.
me.
That's perfectly fine. I think there should be a drum about, maybe. But yeah,
Well,
you can
I figured
you
that
can
was
do
going to
that.
be used already.
Well, Skywatcher, what do you want to do at this time?
Well, I'm gonna play Vash's steel drum because that feels right.
I love that.
So I'll let 4chan use my regular, normal, not annoying drum.
Oh, the tribal one?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, he hands you back a drum that looks like it's broken and been fixed a lot of times. This is a sweet thing. Both of you all roll a performance check. And I'll say if you want, you can use your athletics, Forge Hand, and Skywatcher, I'll let you use your wisdom since this is like the music of your people.
Okay. Well, that suddenly made that a whole lot better. That just became a 24
Nice.
instead of being an 18.
I rolled
That's-
a natural 1 over here.
Oh, man.
You're trying to show off. That's what you
Yeah,
get.
so-
Totalist.
Forge Hand, you guys basically have like a drum off, and Forge Hand's just like masterfully playing these. And you're like, oh, look, he's really leaning into it with the muscle. I should do the same thing. And then you hit it so hard that there's like a crack in your finger, and that hurts a lot. And then you realize that you've dented this steel drum. It's impressive. But, you know, easy enough for you to get back into the music as the night progresses. Are there anything else you'd like to do or talk about before going to bed?
Beery has been feeling a lot of remorse for her vengeful thoughts against Vernus, and before bed she will say a prayer to Eldath, asking for forgiveness.
Aw. Roll a religion check and add guidance to it.
And meanwhile, 4chan in his head is just like that asshole deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
18.
Cool. You say this prayer of forgiveness, basically, you know, asking this of your God who is of the peace domain. Vengeance sort of runs opposite to this idea, but can also bring peace in a way sometimes. And regardless of whatever sort of, you know, philosophical opinion you have, you do feel a sort of reassuring understanding in your prayer, if only for like forgiving yourself, which is a big part of it. Great prayer.
How
your runestone warms up a little bit.
how long would this prayer have taken? Like, is it something that Jasper could have potentially seen you doing?
Yeah. Likely.
Is it like before you go to bed, like as people are settling in for the
yeah,
night
like
type
after
thing?
dinner and stuff. Okay.
Exactly. Just like kneeling on her sleeping, what's it called? Bedroll.
Yeah.
Cool. Jasper is
And yeah, Jasper, at this point you're maybe a little high and kind of drunk.
yeah. And he's like, "Hey, what was that?" what you did right there? What was that?
Oh, I was praying,
It's,
talking to Eldath, trying to at least.
did they say anything back?
Not so much with words, but made me feel better.
I don't know. I've been thinking ever since I found, that other Timora coin with the caravan. It's just been making me think like, I'm supposed to be some kind of champion, and I don't even know how to do this. Like, how do you, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I was chosen with, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't have a choice in doing this. It's so weird.
Well, I've always thought that it's beyond us mortals to know the true machinations of the gods. Do we decide our own fates? Or are they really just moving us around like chess pieces on a big grid?
Well, do you think I should pray? Even though I don't really even know what I'm doing. I just kind of look at the picture I'd see on the coin because that's all I really know. And
Well, you can open your mind up to other people. So just try to open your mind up to the coin and what it represents. Maybe then Timora will find you. I think you should pray. I think it's good to reflect on things, and even if you don't make contact, be really healthy for your own sake.
I think you probably would have maybe have seen him like go cross-eyed when you said that thing about opening his mind up to the coin. Just because I think that like he was just really kind of blasted at that point. But with him just kind of be like, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Let me know how it goes.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
And I guess Jasper will take off his necklace and set it in front of him, kind of on his bedroll, and we'll take the coin out and just kind of put them next to each other. No, we'll go into his meditating position, but we'll put the coins in both of his hands, and we'll just kind of meditate in like the kind of soul knife meditation pose, but just kind of attempt to just pray.
About what? What are you saying? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna put guidance on him.
Oh, cool.
I don't know, probably really awkward. And it's just like, hey, I've kind of said some stuff to you recently, just kind of off the cuff, but I wanted to thank you for, helping me, I don't know, make better choices, but that's not really luck. That's like, I don't know. I'm just trying. I know that you've been helping me out, and I've just been trying to do my best to do what I think that you would want me to do, but I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but some of these situations have been really crazy, and I do feel lucky to be on the other side of them. So I just wanted to thank you for Helping me out.
Cool. Yeah, roll. We're gonna do a religion check, but I'll use your charisma, and you can add a d4 to it.
Okay. Religion, but charisma with a d4. So.
If you don't have proficiency, then it's just charisma plus d4.
Okay. Cool. Did you say advantage?
I did not.
Okay. 6. 3. I lost my 4. All right. I'm going to use my inspiration for that roll.
Okay.
Much better. Wow. I got a 23.
Okay. Do you want to use one of your psychic die?
Yeah. Fuck
Go
it.
for
I'm
it.
trying really hard to pray right now.
I only say this because you're straight up like doing the position. Like it makes total sense. You're like calling on your psychic powers to connect to you.
Yeah, I got a 27.
Both of the coins like warm up in your hand. And I think with your psychic connection, the intuition there is heard, acknowledged, the equivalent of a celestial thumbs up. Because you weren't really asking for anything. You're just being like, I'm here, thank you. And it's just sort of like, good job.
Cool.
Yeah. And it feels divine. It reminds you of those times when you've prayed and it sort of like temporarily drove indigo out of your consciousness.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Forge Hand or Skywatcher. Jasper and Beery go and talk for a little bit. Is there anything you all want to do in the meanwhile? Or shall we head to bed?
I don't have anything.
What?
Go for it. Do you have anything, Skywatcher?
Oh, I was just going to say I probably would have had some drink and eavesdropped on Beery and Jasper's conversation.
Cool. Roll a perception check.
All right. It's going to be a 21.
Great. You heard as much as Tony just heard.
Wait, as much as
As
I
much as
just heard?
Yep. Skywatcher
right,
heard
yeah,
as much as Tony
okay.
heard.
You were doing one of those things.
So if you zoned out IRL, then you zoned out in game.
Yeah. You do see, like, as Jasper sits there and meditates, like, the two holy symbols he has, one of them has, like, a jeweled eye, and that jewel, like, briefly, like, flares up with this little bit of golden light before fading. At one point in the midst of his prayer. Do you seek to pray or anything of that sort?
Yeah, I'll walk over by Jasper, nearish by Jasper and Beery, I suppose. And I'll I'll be like, please turn me back into a Goliath and punish all the other Goliaths for driving me out and make them realize how foolish they are and how much they need me so that I can come home.
Okay.
You say
Roll.
that out loud?
Yeah, it's like a
little kid
a
praying.
little bit under my breath, but like definitely loud enough for for somebody to hear nearby. Like it's articulated clearly enough to sound like words.
Maybe just sighs.
Man, and that sorry to kind of eavesdrop, but is that the kind of stuff that your god is into?
Nah, I'm gonna Jasper. I'm gonna say you were too deep in it to hear that.
That's cool.
In the midst of being high, drunk, and in like a deep spiritual meditation.
Yeah.
But Beery, you definitely did, and maybe Forge Hand too. Roll a religion check. I'll let you use your wisdom.
Me? You mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew, that was a bad roll. 7. Oh wait.
And then roll just a quick insight check.
If you had gotten a nat 20, you could have woken up a Goliath. Oh darn.
Yeah, right. Would pretty sick.
That's how prayer
Insight
works.
check was 15.
How 18?
Yep.
You know, you say this prayer and then you sit there and you kind of think about it. And your goddess is that of the moon. A change bringer of sorts. There's the inherent idea of the movements of the moon waxing and waning. And the how best to put this with your 18. What you ask for, while not beyond her capability, is maybe something that you, her empowered champion, should more be trying to figure out, as opposed to, I need you to fix this for me. It's more like, well, I've given you the tools. You got to fix yourself. And I don't say this as you get a response from your goddess. I say this as you feel zero response. And then you sit there and think like, is this really the thing to do? Is this the way to ask? You know.
And then I look around me and I think to myself, these are the tools. My companions. Do not say that part out loud.
Absolutely, of course not.
The real
Cool.
Goliath was the friends we made along the way.
You called me a what?
Oh, jeez. Great job. Okay, I love it. Goody, before the night's end, Beery asks if you would like him to take that statue back of the familiar, or do you want to hang on to it?
Oh,
You
yeah,
want to
sure.
keep that, or shall I keep? Okay, I
It
got
looks
it.
cute in your pot. Yeah.
I like him and the walrus have been playing together sometimes. Also, the berries that you put in the fish stew, that was good. You did a good job with that. Thank you.
Bet.
Cool. Well, all of you have bellies full of fish stew. Crusher just sort of settled in and has gone to sleep, and you see Moonstar has just sort of been watching you all and has like most of her body in the water and her head sort of like out of the water and slightly like close to or wrapped around the nest approximately. Unless there's anything else, it's time for bed.
Can Jasper just do like a quick drawing of the neck around the nest thing in that notebook for
Tally.
Tally? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll say it's a performance check.
Cool. I'm drunk. Is that bad?
Yeah, I'd say it is. You have disadvantage, but you also have your psychic knack thing if you do want to fix it.
Yeah. Did it use a die on the Timora thing?
It uses it if it helped, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it used it.
Okay. Disadvantage roll. I'm using my last one of the day. That is an 18.
Oh snap!
I rolled a 9.
Yeah, it looks great, and basically, like every time you're about to like drunkenly mess up, there's a bit of that like psychic glow, and it's just kind of like your hand corrects itself on like where to like put the pin down. You draw a fairly decent sketch of these
Cool.
of Moonstar and her baby eggs. It's lovely and sweet. Well, cool. Then, within the safety of the cave, what time do you all think you got to bed? Like, how long was the playing of music and food? I had all of that kind of starting around 7. I'm thinking like 9 or 10's when you're going to bed. Is
Yeah.
that cool?
10.
Yeah.
Type. We'll just call it 9:30 right in the middle there. Great. I love this. Okay. So, you all get to bed, curled up in your sleeping bags, safe, which is nice.
Probably keep an eye out for more tree sentries. So maybe a watch rotation.
Okay. 4chan calls that out before you guys all to go to bed. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you all. How do you divvy up the watch? What's the play? What's the plan?
I'll
take
volunteer
the
to go
first
first.
one.
No, I'll call it first.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll take the last watch.
Last watch. Are you all doing 2 hours, or do you want to switch off on the hour? What's the thought?
It's probably best to just do 4 2-hour watches.
Okay. Cool. Oh, Jesus, almost just knocked my whole fucking computer off. That's bad. Okay, cool. Let's take a quick bio break and meet back in 5.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
In the past, when we've done these dreams, everyone can't hear them. Do you all want to keep it that way again as we go forward?
Reasonable.
I don't know.
That's fine.
Either
That
way
we-
is fine with me.
That we keep them private?
Sure.
Jasper
Okie
wants
dokie.
private. Beery says any. Skywatcher, private?
Yeah, I think private
Okay.
makes sense.
Cool. So then for this first one, everyone keep an eye on the screen. When me and the person I'm talking to do thumbs up, that means you can put your headphones back on. Everyone but Skywatcher take off their headphones. Great. Skywatcher, as you drift off to sleep. Wait, Bryce, is the stream back on? Shit, he can't hear me. Oh boy, hold on. I bet it is. Is the stream on? Stram. Is the stream on? Oh no. Yes, great. Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
All
right.
To the thumbs up. Oops.
Tony. Skywatcher finds himself in the same circle of druidic stones where his rebirth happened. Your snake staff and tattoo are missing from this dream. You see the same figure before you, made of moonlight that sparkles and glows, and speaking in the druidic tongue, a language you know. It says to you, "Carry on, fulfilling your destiny with these allies. Continue to be patient. Use the spells and tools that I have provided. This group will help you reset the course of the nature. This group will help you reset the course of nature and bring balance that must be restored. Help the people of the Dale. Remember your tribe. One day you will reunite Thunlakalaga and Akhenathi. You will find your way back to your former self with time and effort. The tribe needs your guidance and forgiveness, not your hatred. You have such potential, my Moonlight Champion. You may ask me one yes or no question. What do you seek to know? And then I'm going to give you time to think and switch to another person, and then we'll come back around and do all the questions in a row. Cool. Thumbs up. All right. This one's going to be for Beery, and I'll tell you the same thing I just told Tony, which is I'm going to do the whole thing. I'll give you the chance, and then we're going to circle to the next person so that you have time to think a little bit about your question. Cool. Okay. Everyone but Beery, take their headphones off. Beery, you find yourself in the tundra, in a blizzard, moving towards light. You see a white centaur, an armored giant, a curious doppelganger, a small walking bush, a halfling riding a lynx, and on the back, with that halfling, a wee goblin. Off in the far distance, a bugbear with a hammer, and a forest gnome riding a large black wolf. All of these beings you know to be allies to the cause. You trudge together through the snow. Please roll me a perception check and add your guidance to it.
Ooh, not great roll. But okay. 15.
Do you want to keep that or do you want to use your inspo? It's up to you. There's a whole day ahead.
Yeah, I'll save it.
Okay, 15. With that looking up, you see in the sky, hanging overhead, almost like great banners in a drinking hall, but displaced. And you know how dreams are. Things are certain ways, even though it doesn't make sense. You see like the symbol prominently for Eldath. Beside that, Timora, the goddess of luck. Sylvanus, one of the more critical gods of nature. Shantea, one of the more agrarian goddesses of nature. And Saloon, the goddess of the moon. There are others, but they're hard to make out. As you look around and the party is with you as you make this journey towards this light, a peaceful presence fills your mind and your heart and your soul and your ears, and you hear it say the following.
My chosen, you and your allies are continuing to assist the people of the Dale with much grace. But more work is needed. Your thirst for vengeance is forgiven. Find peace. Continue to help as you already have. Danger still approaches. Oril must be stopped. You may ask me one yes or no question, my champion of peace.
And then we're going to circle back to you so that
I
you
have
have
a
time
question.
to think.
I
Okay,
have a question ready. I figured if we're doing dreams, I might get a question, so I thought about it.
tight.
Has the mission to find?
Well, can I just do them all in a row?
Oh yeah, that works
Cool.
too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Up. Thumbs up. This one's for Bryce. I hope Jasper's there. Hello? Come back, my son.
I'm back, my son.
There you go. Okay, everyone but Jasper, remove your headphones. Great. Jasper.
Hello.
Once more, you find yourself suspended in a golden beam of glorious light, the real doppelganger you. In the light, golden coins glitter and flip, falling around you like rain. And then they stop, suspended in the air. You can see on the face of every coin suspended around you is the visage of Timora, the face on the coin that you wear. And a familiar, sweet voice speaks to you. It sort of like vibrates through your being, and it talks to you in a, like, before it's like you've been hearing it when you've been in these dreams, and now it's like it's speaking directly into your mind. It says,
I have heard your prayers. You continue to help them. I'm proud. Keep going. I bet my last coin that you'll end these blizzards. Where do you think they're coming from? Now, my skin-changing champion, what do you seek to know? You may ask me one yes or no question, and you better make it count.
and I'm going to give you a chance to think about it, and we're going to circle over to Forge Hand.
Okay.
Cool. Forge Hand. It's your turn.
That's me.
You dream as you sleep, curled up in this very large sleeping bag. You're once more in the massive circle that had been constructed for you by your own Skywatcher during the ceremony in which you acquired more of this giant magic. It is made of all these different substances, minerals, leaves, crystals, metals, ore, flour, ice, burning coals, mud, dirt. All of them are arranged to form series of runes around you. You're in the middle of this circle in a space laid out of all these various materials is the shape of an outline of your body where you laid. There are 7 sconces all around you burning in different colors: brown, gray, blue, orange, purple, white, black. All of these things are suspended in inky darkness, and 7 voices speak to you in unison, echoing across space.
You are worthy of our name, our might. You've been gifted with our runes, Garroth Forgehand, Giant Kin, Hero Akhenathi. Carry on your destiny. Heed your Skywatcher's call. You may ask us a single yes or no question. What do you seek to know?
And then I'm going to do thumbs up, and everyone put them headphones back on, baby. Do you all want people to hear your questions, or should we do these one at a time in privacy?
Let's hear them. So we don't ask the same questions.
That works for me.
Okay.
Everybody's going to hear how stupid my question is.
Then I want everyone to mute their microphone just so that they can't be heard. And Skywatcher, you're up first. Ask your question.
Will it be possible through means available to mortals to restore my staff to bring me Jormungandr again?
Yes. And I will say, thank you for helping this moon star find peace and stop further chaos and suffering. I wish to grant you a boon for helping this moon-touched beast.
And you feel something sort of shift within you, like a bit more power that almost sort of bubbles up. And I would like for you to write on your character sheet that once a day you can cast the water breathing spell. And following this, the voice says,
There is more work to be done always. The southern towns need the help of Equinox. I ask you make your way there soon, my champion.
and everyone but Jesse, mute your mic. Jesse, what question do you ask?
Has the expedition to find Oyami Nartok left yet?
Yes, they have left. Before I go, your ceremonial abilities may be needed this coming day to help bring greater peace to one who is suffering.
And roll just a quick insight check, unless you say what you think is meant.
I should prepare the ceremony spell?
You got it.
Cool.
Cool. Everyone but Jasper, mute.
So, what's it gonna be?
Oh, yeah, I'm in doppelganger form. Would it be beneficial for me to infiltrate the speakers' meetings? I guess in the context of resolving the endless winter, because that's kind of the context of our ordeal.
Like, would it be beneficial to stopping Oril?
Yes.
Attending that meeting might not help with Oril much, but I'm sure you could find something beneficial from it.
And everyone but Forge Hand, mute. Forge Hand, go.
All right. Just a quick double check. The Mystery Event Theater, that was in Targos, right? Just keeping city straight. Okay.
No, it was in Tourmaline.
Mr. Evans and Tourmaline, you all haven't been to Targos.
Oh, sorry, Tourmaline. All right, yeah, I'm getting cities confused.
That's okay. There is a helpful guide I can send the link to if you would like.
What do you seek to know?
Have the kids from Tourmaline made it safely to Lonelywood?
They rest within the House of the Rising Sun. Yes.
Thank you.
Cool. And with that, you all pass on to sleep with zero issue. I guess each of these would happen in between, like, the person who's resting or whatever the fuck, because you guys are doing a watch. But that's fine. You all wake up in the morning. Math. At, like, little after, like, 6 a.m. The sun's not up, but you all sort of naturally stir, having, rested a full 8 hours, thereabouts, 6 to 8 hours. And Beery and Skywatcher, please send me your list of prepared spells for the day. It is currently the 4th of Uktar, like I said, at about 6 a.m., and all y'all are awake. Skywatcher, you had the last watch, so you've just sort of been hanging out for 2 hours watching them sleep.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning.
Oh, hey,
Everyone's muted.
Except for me.
Jasper tooted his drugs and said, "Oh, or not drugs, it's purple crystallized
Your powder?
powder."
Yeah, roll me another con save.
Oh,
Who wants some donuts?
oh wow. Con save. That is an 11.
Cool. Yeah, this stuff is great. You are looking forward to doing it tomorrow already. There's like a liveliness that comes from it.
I certainly won't
Beery.
turn down a donut.
Yeah, Beery, you have your donuts that you made during your watch. Goodies awake and says, "If anyone wants to eat a good berry, I got some of those on lock." And Moonstar and Crusher both express curiosity, and Goody shares berries with them.
I'll have one.
So
Uh,
Ravison never let you all have a good berry?
We know I just had to eat fish.
Yeah, she didn't feed me at any point. I've just also been eating fish while I've been in this cave.
Would they have to eat 4 good berries each to get the same benefits of it because they're so big?
I think they definitely eat 2. So I'll mark that down on Goody's sheet.
Hey, save one for me.
Me too, if you haven't counted that.
I have not. So, okay, we've got 4, we've got 5, 6. Who else is good berrying?
I will absolutely have one.
All right.
I'll have a
Skywatcher?
good berry.
Great. And then...
Can I pocket one? Are there enough to keep one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day there are 20 available. Goody eats one of his own berries.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm a little hungry. I figure I'd try this. It works. I'm full. I don't know if this is like eating fingernails for you all or what, but
Jasper will mimic Goody's voice and will say, "Eat of my flesh, drink of my blood."
eat of my flesh and drink of my blood, for I am Goody. Hey, did you guys have weird dreams last night?
Yes.
I had a dream. I was in a
Oh.
garden
So it wasn't just me.
and I just got watered and that just said, "Good job, keep being a good boy."
Who watered
that?
you?
It was like this old guy. He like had bark for skin and moss for a beard and leaves for hair.
That sounds cool.
I don't
Question.
even know.
Does this remind me of any figures that I might have seen
Roll.
in the dream?
Religion with advantage.
Can I guide myself?
Yes.
Yeah. 16.
Your upstairs roommate, to be a follower of the figure that Goody just described. It sounds like Sylvanus.
I think that might have been Sylvanus.
Oh. That's cool. He was nice.
You're chosen like us, Goody.
I guess so. He was just like, "Good job. Keep being a good bush." And then pour water on me. And that was the whole dream. Wait, did you guys also meet the old man in the garden?
Slightly different.
Yeah, I definitely didn't meet that guy either.
No, I didn't really meet a guy. But I think if this is the same thing that's happened before, I feel like, we're all kind of in the same, weird boat of kind of talking to the people that are helping us all out. So it's a sign that it's a good sign that whoever you saw in your dream was taking care of you.
Well, it felt good. He was nice.
Yeah.
Do you all discuss the content of your dreams? Or
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys go.
Walking in the tundra. Lots of gods around. Above. All of our old acquaintances around.
You saw Corpse Grinder?
Oh, well, all of our living acquaintances.
Oh. Okay. So was Bash there?
Yes.
That's cool. Sucks that Corpse Grinder wasn't there, but also I kind of feel like, I don't know. I got some weird vibes off of him. Maybe his guy wasn't. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't hang out with the good guys.
You know, there was that time we had a similar dream and I saw symbols. There was one, I think it was a mace, maybe? Something like that. I might be misremembering that.
Does Beery have thaumaturgy or any of those?
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind them.
But I didn't know who it represented, but I don't think I saw it this time. There were some that were unclear, though, so maybe it was just one of those.
Well,
what about you all?
So, you know, I guess I talked to Timora. She said that she heard me. She said that she heard my prayer, which is very cool. Thank you for, you know, kind of, I guess, workshopping it a little bit with me, but it worked.
I'm really happy to hear that.
Jasper's like actually pumped.
Pump worthy.
Yeah, I had a conversation with the collection of the gods of the giants, and I found out from them that the kids from the theater made it to Lonelywood safely.
That's great news.
Oh, great question to ask.
Jasper's double pumped.
Yeah, I felt like they were most likely ones to have something go wrong. I feel like everyone else that we need to check on would be more likely to take care of themselves.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. Well, that's great. Hell, maybe we could just take some fish up to them. They'd live off they're a bunch of kids. They'd live off some huge fish for quite a while, I think.
Yeah, roll an insight check for me, Jasper.
Wow. Oh no.
Maybe this could be survival.
No, I got a 7.
Maybe it doesn't matter what skill it is.
Do you want to keep that?
I'll use my lucky coin, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait. No, I can use a side die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say die.
I got a 9.
A 9 total.
Yeah.
Cool. I will say, you know, that's high enough for me on this idea, which is just that these kids are, you know, essentially a bunch of criminals. And maybe Lonelywood could be a good fit for them.
Yeah. I also
you know, just that's a thought. It's up to you if you want to talk about it or not.
So, you know, under normal circumstances in a normal town, I think these kids could fend for themselves. But Lonelywood is kind of a special place for criminal types. And I feel like if they, you know, try to go rob the bread cart or, you know, steal an apple from the market, they might end up dead. So maybe
this is Bryce talking to Elliot?
No. This is
okay.
This is Jasper talking to the group.
Okay, gotcha.
So, you know, maybe we could give them some food so they could get by a little bit, and maybe, I don't know, do you think we could get them? I don't know. We can figure that out when we get there, but maybe there's something that we can do.
Yeah. You make a
So-
good point.
Sounds good.
Skywatcher, did you have any dreams?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, no, it was the moon goddess, Saloon again. It's just the typical kind of conversation, really. She said, that I could heal, or I could fix, Jormungandr.
Oh,
Somebody
that's
could.
great news.
It's impossible, at least. Oh, and also I can, help you breathe underwater, big boy.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. When we were talking about holding my breath, I honestly was super nervous about it, so thank you. I'm very glad to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just got a boon, so from the moon.
Just had to sleep on. I remembered I had this trick all
You got a
along.
moon boon?
Got a moon boon.
I love a moon boon. What sort of moon boon did you attune to?
Well, once per day, I can, I can help myself or other people breathe underwater. So it's pretty useful sometimes.
Nice.
In very specific situations, it'll be incredibly useful.
That's
Hey,
cool.
Crusher, as one trunked creature to another, you might also have been able to snorkel using your trunk. I don't know how deep the water goes, but
Yeah, the times I've tried that, I got stuck where I could breathe, and I couldn't get my trunk above the water where I couldn't breathe. Does that make sense?
I think so.
But thank you. The snorkel is the best part of having this.
Well, for me, it's the third hand in the kitchen.
Whoa. I need to... I was watching you cook. It was impressive.
Thank you.
You know what's funny? I don't even really breathe underwater. I just hold my breath for a while.
Moonstar says that.
Jasper will write that into the notebook.
Yep, that's the only thing I can do too. But I assume for not nearly as long.
Yes, I can do it for a while, for sure.
I can hold my breath underwater when I'm not an octopus. Wait, do I need to hold my breath underwater when I'm an octopus?
You have gills when you're underwater. You can breathe. But now you'll be able to breathe underwater as a centaur. You have to hold your breath as an octopus when you're outside of the water.
Yeah. And I think you can do that for an hour, right? You can hold your breath above water for an hour. I think that's what it says.
As an octopus, yeah.
Yeah.
Barry, did you have any cool dreams?
Sure did. Spoke to Eldath, as you do. I asked about the expedition from Targos up Kelvin's Cairn that we were hoping to catch up with. Seems they've already left. So, we could either not go to Targos or still go to Targos. Try to meet them on the road, maybe, or on the journey.
Do you got any more of them fancy berries that allow for good tracking?
Yeah, the Maryberries.
Yeah, maybe we
Got
could get
two
close maybe we could get closer to the mountain if we wanted to go that way, and we could try to track them down.
Okay.
That's just an option. I talked to Tamor, and again, she was like, "I heard you were praying. That was cool. Good job." But she seems very confident that I guess us will be able to end the never-ending winter. So that seems like a huge vote of confidence to me. But I asked if it would be beneficial for me to like infiltrate the speakers meetings, because I don't know if that has anything to do with the winter, or if they're like in cahoots with Oral or something to get the sacrifices going. But she said maybe not for like the Oral stuff, but that maybe it would be useful otherwise. So it's worth a shot. I mean, right now I kind of only have a couple of options.
Are you saying oral like mouth?
All real? All
real?
oral?
real?
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 Oh. Is it?
real?
Is it?
Oral.
Is it rude that I've been saying it like that? Is that why she's so mad at us?
I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the reason.
All real.
I don't know, Jasper. Sneaking into the speakers meetings sounds risky, and I don't know. They can't all be bad speakers. Maybe some of them are worth that, but
Well, yeah, but what if we found out which ones were the bad ones?
well, we know Targos' speaker is a bad one, right?
Yeah. You never know how deep the roots of a weed go.
Yeah, that's true. They go pretty deep. You gotta yank them out all the way or they grow back.
But, we also don't have to do it. It's, I've just been kind of curious what they even talk about. Because, I feel like they probably all don't get along.
You're pretty sneaky. Maybe you could just do it by yourself.
I mean, I would imagine that that's probably what I would do. Maybe like, I don't know, Angor, if you're feeling crazy, you could be like a bug friend on me or whatever, and then if the jig is up, we could like spring a surprise and pop out and be like, oh, you thought it was just one, but now it's two.
I think that's such a good idea. I love it.
Yeah, so maybe that's something that we do in the future, but just putting it out there. I could be whoever I want to be. And actually, I guess since we're kind of amongst friends here, gestures broadly, I'm probably gonna kill like at least one guard in Tourmaline in the coming future, because when I talked to them about the fire at the theater, I was like, oh man, what a shame. And I was one of those guys had he had like a thieves' cant kind of symbol of authority on him. And so I like connected to him, and he was like, yeah, I did that shit, kind of in his head. He's like kind of gloating about it mentally. And I feel like that symbol might be useful for me in the future if I were able to somehow get it from them. And if they happen to be dead, it makes it very easy to take things off their body. So, just letting you guys know, play dumb.
That's on the radar.
Yeah.
Was that symbol a metal badge or something?
Yeah, it's like a pin. It's like a pin.
Do you think no one would notice if their authority figure was gone?
I mean, they'd probably notice if they found him dead. I wasn't necessarily planning on making it like a secret, just kind of like, catch him in the night.
What is that gonna do?
Yeah, what does that gain for us? Other than a dead person.
He burned down the theater for no apparent reason, and Mallow was they're always like a really nice person to us, and I don't know why you would want to cross them.
Does Jasper really think it was for no apparent reason? Does he really think that?
Well, I mean, I think it has something.
This is me to Bryce.
I think it has something to do with the theater. Maybe.
What does Jasper think?
Knowing the Zentarum, and the fact that we as a group were on their radar, as maybe even more than do-gooders. Jasper thinks that Equinox scheduling a big show at Mist Reuven, kind of in a town that is being run by the Zents, got the theater burned down.
Cool. Okay. Then you saying for no reason to the group, roll a deception check. Because I think in your heart of hearts, you're like, they did this because of us.
Well, I think he said no good reason. But I might be mistaken. In my opinion, it's not a good reason. And in Beery's opinion, it's not a good reason.
I got a natural 20 plus 7.
Great. Then Jasper fully said what he said, and he believes it. It seems like he believes it. Sorry to interrupt. Just making sure. Because I think Jasper inherently knows the motivation there.
So the Zents are just a bunch of pyros?
They're generally bad people. They, they operate a high-level crime ring that, isn't localized to any particular region. It's kind of all over the place. And, if you need, mercenaries, they give you mercenaries. If you need drugs or weapons or people to disappear, or if they need you to disappear, they'll just do it, because it's good for business. And this apparently was good for business.
If you all get me out of here, and you need help squishing a bunch of people, I could try to help in the future.
Crusher says.
I guess, where do you live normally? Like, where do you hang out?
It's sort of, there's a cave pretty far from here that I normally hang out in.
If I maybe showed you a map, would you be able to mark it on this map that I have?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's all good.
I'll look at it, but I don't know that it's going to make a lot of sense to me.
And I'll have him roll a check if you want to try and make this work.
Sure. Can I give him the help action and try to use my ranger abilities to describe landmarks from a map to them?
You can use your ranger abilities and some other abilities that might be helpful that let you look into the thoughts of people.
Well, yes, also that.
And, so I will roll a check for old Crusher here.
Okay.
He, scratches his own sort of head with his trunk as he's looking. Well, that's pretty good. He's got a +0, but he rolled a 19.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And he says,
there, this over here is just a lot of ice,
Uh-huh.
and I am close to that where the mountains meet the ice.
Oh. Okay.
Do you see where I was pointing on the map? Far to the east.
Yes. At the edge of that little ridge.
Mhm.
Oh, super duper way out there. Okay.
Yeah.
That is hella far away.
Dang, is there anything cool out there?
I mean, there are a lot of ones that walk around like you. They are all in groups and they move together all the time.
Like people?
Are you a people?
Yes.
Do they?
Yes, people.
Do they look like me?
I have seen ones that look like you, but those aren't the ones I'm talking about. You are mountain folk, and you're up there in the mountains. Right?
Yeah, I thought that's what you were referring to.
Yes.
And Skywatcher, are you paying attention to this conversation that's going on?
Yeah, kind of. Just paying attention to the fact that they are trying to figure out where this cave is, which is
Yeah. Well, looking at that map and hearing about where the mountains meet the glacier, and I would say, you'd have a rough idea too, Forge Hand, that, and let me just 100% make sure I'm saying the right ones here. Do. Come on, you got it, brain. I believe in you. That's not it. There we go. Yes. Okay, cool. Back on this map. Oh, I see why they did that. I'll have to do that in the future. Okay. Forchan, you know your home is approximately in this location? Like around that area? And Skywatcher, your home is approximately in this location. Relative to where this Mammoth is referring to his home, which seems to be like in this kind of general-ish area. I don't know if you all point that out to the group. If so, I can add it on there as places.
Yeah, definitely point it out.
Cool. Yeah, I also noticed that the spire is missing from this map.
Oh, that might have been my bad. It's probably because I messed around with it. Oh, no, it's not missing. I just increased the size of the grid, so it's just somewhere else.
Oh.
I guess it is missing in a way. Maybe that was the right word. Here, I will put it back on here.
It's okay.
You just go with misplaced.
Let me just triple check to make sure. Yes, that's the one. All right. Changing rapidly between maps. This is where you thought the spire was.
It's the words are right up here under Icewind Dale.
Oh, do you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. That's how far they've moved.
That's
Look
funny.
at those little
That
guys.
map got a lot bigger.
I did. I tripled the size of it so that I could do more approximate positioning on stuff.
Cool.
Can you all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Why? Let me just put you somewhere else. Oh, jeez. All right, and then I'll Freehand that. Cool. And then right there. Damn it. Keep the same tool. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong layer. What?
Silly goose.
Freehand layer map. Okay, great. Why is this the symbol? What's happening? I'm in hell.
How do computers work?
How do they work? Okay, here we go. This area you think is approximately your home, Forge Hand?
Mm-hmm.
And Skywatcher, you all are in this region. Just so it's known. And yeah, Crusher goes on to say,
But yeah, a lot of little people, they all have kind of like those things you were sleeping on, but other bigger ones that they can get inside of. And they follow animals around and hunt them. And then there are also some really crazy, sort of mean things, guys, people, that was the word. And if I go near them at all, they throw a bunch of sharp sticks at me that hurt a lot. And fortune, that I think rings a bell to you for your adventures here.
You're still in that Crusher voice, but yeah.
dang it. Okay, thank you for telling me.
Yes, that was.
In this area, approximately.
I think I know the people you're talking about with the angry sharp point thrower guys. Yeah, you definitely want to leave them alone.
Yeah, I just stay
have
away
a
from
lot
them.
going on.
I usually just follow the river back home. It's frozen, but you can tell. That's the easiest way I know.
So that's where I encountered a big group of people with Chardolin weapons. They were all crazy and corrupted. I think I mentioned that before. But that when I was flying out to meet you guys for the first time, that was where I encountered those people.
These layers you all have on.
And you see he kind of extends his trunk and sort of just like grabs at your clothes, Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that throw the... What did you say those were?
Spears.
4-chance spears. The ones that throw the spears, they don't wear a lot of these, and their skin's all kind of black and rotten.
That tracks.
They're scary. They usually just scream, which is annoying.
It's annoying from a distance. It's scary as fuck up close.
Yes, well, it's really annoying if you stab one with your tusk and it's still alive and it's like stabbing you in the face while you're trying to kill it. It's a whole thing.
Yes, every time I stab something with my tusks and it doesn't die, I do find that annoying.
You get it.
How? So I guess after this, if we're like, hey man, we could really use Crusher's help. How do we get a hold of you?
I could. Is there some place you all want me to hang out, or you think would be safe? there, I think, is when Ravison came to get me, we walked across the tundra together and then took a river here through a forest.
There is a really big forest, kind of like next to this town that we're getting ready to go to. Or wait, no, just a town that we're familiar with. To the north. Well, no. The cove is like above Lonelywood on the map, right?
Yeah, but are you on this map? Can you all see the map right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole forest, Lonelywood Forest, like is basically like next to you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, realistically, like could just enter the forest from this coast, and
if you would want to hang out in the forest, like, you could do that. I wouldn't want to make you just like, stay there indefinitely or whatever, but I don't necessarily know where, like, what are we doing next, y'all? Did the dreams really change anything for you guys?
Are we going to Bremen?
Mm-hmm. Bremen, get paid.
Okay.
Charmelaine / Lonelywood.
All right.
Do
Well,
you have family? Do you know anyone else who might be in danger that you could go?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm single and ready to mingle. I would love to make children.
Well, then do you
at
have
some point?
Do you have any friends, or do you know any other animals that Ravison got?
Are we friends?
I'd like to.
Yes.
I'd like to think so. But I mean, do you know any other animals that Ravison might have coerced to help her that you could go inform no longer actually work for her?
Moonstar.
Yes, and I know Crusher.
Great. You guys get it.
Yes. No. We didn't really all hang out. I don't think she wanted us to.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
But I can wait in the forest until you all need me, and then after that I can go. I could probably make a forest work.
Okay. I mean, if that's okay with you, and you don't mind living in the forest for a little while, then yeah. It's a big forest. I mean, we killed a big ass moose out there that was definitely living off the land, and I'm sure that there's way more than enough for you. So
Yeah. I think I could maybe make it work, and if not, then I'll just go home and I'm sorry. But I'll try.
yeah.
Well, Skywatcher, can you make Crusher small and breathe underwater?
Yes, I can.
My master, his power grows. Be in awe of Skywatcher. Of
Yes.
Clan Thun Laka Laka.
Right, sure. Okay. Thanks, Goody.
You're welcome.
To have a hype bush around.
I am but your humble student.
Indeed, yeah. Well, get a load of this.
Are you casting water breathing?
I'm gonna cast. Yeah, I'll cast that first, I guess. Doesn't really matter.
Because that's the one that lasts for 24 hours.
Do you want to put some narrative flavor on there, or should I?
I'm gonna do a little. Let's see.
Oh my god.
And with that, twinkling bits of moonlight wash over everyone in this group. And these
Graceful.
little sort of glowing, not actual slits, but almost like glowing gill tattoos appear on you all. And you can now breathe underwater for... What does the spell say? Can you read us the spell?
Yep. This spell
24
grants up to 10 willing
hours.
creatures you can see within range the ability to breathe underwater until the spell ends. Affected creatures also retain their normal mode of respiration. And it lasts... The range is 30 feet. It lasts for 24 hours.
Wow.
Sick nasty.
That's pretty baller.
Go diving.
So I guess I could get my own
Wait.
kelp.
I just realized if I can cast this once a day, then I can just always breathe underwater.
Just permanently have water breathing going.
Yeah, you and the crew. If you can remember to do that, for sure.
Neat.
Dope.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Would Skywatcher be able to cast it ritually, or is it only just that once per day thing?
It's a once per day thing.
Okay.
Yes, that is the deal. Thun, Laka, Laga, Tribe. Sorry, I'm labeling your all's maps a little better than I did. Okay, cool. With that, all of them have gills. Let's take a bio break. Cool?
Cool.
Hey,
Okie
Jesse,
dokie.
how do you make it so that you can place it wherever you want? Do you have to
What?
get rid of the grid?
Yes, just turn it off for a second.
Of talking about the day, speaking to things about Crusher, like him trying to figure out the map. It's roundabouts like 8 a.m. at this point, and everyone is armored up and suited up and ready to go. Is there anything else you all want to do in this cave before departing?
Not for me.
Who ate my
I'll
donuts?
cast juice
I took-
on Crusher, though.
Cool, you will do that. Who ate Beery's donuts?
Jasper.
I would eat a donut.
Great. Both of you all have...
2 temp HP.
Great. I love this. Okay. You're going to cast Reduce on Crusher. Right? Skywatcher? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, I'm
Very
going to
good.
cast on Crusher.
You cast that on Crusher, and they get tiny, and you see them walk into the water with their trunk up at first, like hesitant to breathe, and then they dip all the way under, and then you see them just sort of moving about under there, and then pops out at one point and says,
Oh wow, this is cool. I can just breathe underneath here. Thank you for doing this. This is the second time it's happened, and it was different. When she did it, she took a dagger and cut gills in the side of my face. I didn't like that way. Yours was pretty.
Wow, that's really messed up.
That is
Yes.
up.
I didn't like her.
Dang, so you were just prepared for him to, like, cut gills into your neck so you could get out of here?
If that's what had to happen, it happened the first time, so I was ready.
That's pretty hardcore.
I'm a pretty hardcore kind of guy.
Well, I don't know about that, but would you all... You've helped me save my eggs, shown me that I don't have to attack these people anymore. Could I once more pull your boats back to wherever it is you're going to hopefully make it a bit faster?
I'd love that. And if it wouldn't be too much trouble, if I could snag some of that kelp, and maybe if you could help us get a couple more fish, that would be very cool and appreciated, but completely unnecessary.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm frozen. That's a 13.
It's hard to catch fish with my mouth when I'm pulling the boats with the rope that is in my mouth.
I understand.
But I can lead you to where the kelp is.
That's cool with me.
Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna head out and I'm just gonna go into the forest. So, this is goodbye from Crusher to you all. Thank you for helping me. I'm gonna hang out in the forest until you don't, need me anymore. And if I can't, this doesn't seem like it's gonna work out, I will head home.
Thanks for being nice and not making us kill you.
Thank you for not killing me and just holding my neck instead and killing the tree people because they truly were the reason I couldn't leave. In addition to being big. I'm bad with words. Goodbye.
And he just walks into the water and he's just gone.
Thank you all for saving my eggs. I'm ready to go whenever you all are.
Hey, Arkangor, are you doing the octopus thing again?
I mean, I don't know. I can breathe underwater.
Well, yeah. So, okay, then I guess I'm still gonna
Wait, can I swim?
It's gonna. It just might be more end up you just walking on the bottom of the lake, which you'd be walking in mud basically with horse hooves. So you wouldn't die, but it wouldn't be quick and easy. Your movement would certainly be so much faster as an octopus. And then you could do the same thing you did to get here, of just or turning into something else small and riding with them in the boat if you would like.
Wait, I have another question. Does my ability to breathe underwater transfer between
Yes.
wild?
Any spell that is cast on you in your druid form is also cast on your animal form, because you're the same person.
That's cool. Now I can be so many animals underwater. Oh my god!
And that works with all of your concentrations. If you do enhance ability on yourself, it stays as your animal form, so on and so forth. So it might be worth looking back over your spell list with that in mind. But yes, that is the case. So how do you want to?
Go ahead and just turn into an octopus.
Okay, giant octopus mode.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Legit. And then
Jasper
I'll do the thing while I'm dragged along or whatever.
Is gonna psychic whispers, Moonstar, and Arkangor.
Okay. Roll your die.
This is the free one. 6 hours, big money.
Fuck yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, at about 8:15 a.m., you all load up in the boats. I assume the same configurations as before?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With Forge Hand and Jasper in the front, Beery and Goody in the back. Great.
Yeah, so this time, since we're not worried about being quiet, so I'm just gonna lay back, but then push against the top of the cave entrance. Just push the boat into the water a little bit so that I can fit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because that makes
Buoyancy.
sense. Yes, and Jasper, this is your first time sort of experiencing this situation. Yeah, I guess roll dex saves just to see if you all scrape on the ceiling more so than be quiet. Forge Hand, Beery, and Jasper.
Dex save. Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'll let yours be a strength save, Forge Hand, since you're specifically like pushing off against it instead of trying to dodge it.
Oh, good. Well, then it became a 14 instead of a 9.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay. Okay. Beery, you scrape against the ceiling a little bit, like not almost, painfully, and take like 4 points of damage. Not the best feeling, but
Oh, hey, I'm not exhausted anymore.
Wow.
you're not exhausted anymore. Yeah, knock off that level of exhaustion. That's a big deal.
How does it feel?
Great. Oh, good.
Yes, very good. Okay, you all begin what will in fact be a 3-hour trip to Bremen. It took less time before because you all were starting at a different location.
3-hour tour.
Yeah, I love that. For this first hour of travel, someone roll me a d20.
Me. Ah, I already rolled it. It's
Okay.
a 15.
Bryce called it first this time.
Great. Great. That's awesome. I'm going to put you all on the map. The map. Where are you? See what we got. Okay. Boop. Maybe I'll just keep it ungridded. I'll just be fucking crazy. I'm going off the grid.
Oh no, he's losing his mind. I am still in the cave.
Oh, sorry. I'll also put you on the map that I am using. Cool. First hour of travel. Uneventful. If anyone's trying to... Is there anything you all want to do in this first hour of travel? There isn't a blizzard.
No.
Just keep him warm.
Yeah.
Great.
Try and get a peek at Lonely Wood as we go past.
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
Yep, that's what that word is.
18.
And I guess do so with disadvantage because the sun is not up just yet.
Aha! That'll be 12.
12. You don't see much of Lonely Wood from this distance, but you do spot a rowboat that's... And so, just so it's clear, Moonstar is grabbing this front rope in their teeth and then deep breath going underwater, so, her head's not sticking out above the water as you all are traveling. So it just looks like somehow you guys are just being propelled really fast through the water.
I'll just pretend like I'm rowing.
yeah, you're just doing the motion. Yes, and you see that there look to be a couple of fishers out on little rowboats that, based on their proximity, seems like that they would be Lonely Wood fishermen. And it's kind of hard to see them, and they're also bundled up. But you do see at one point that one of them looks up at you all, gestures to the one next to him. They both look, and then they just start waving, and then you hear really just barely across the water, just Equinox rocks. Echoing as they're just yelling. It seems like they recognize you all.
Very cool.
Well, I'm busy pretending to row, so I can't wave back.
Right, for sure. But Beery, maybe you wave your trunk?
I'll wave my staff with a light on it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I was also going to ask, is there a light source? There's that answer. Great. So, that is, as you move past Lonely Wood out into the lake, you see them, and there's 2 boats.
Jasper just remembered something. Can I look for something specific?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a ghost of a lady on the lake? Didn't we hear something about that?
There sure was.
Can I peep around for a ghost lady on the lake?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'm perceiving.
It got heard about specifically by Jasper and Corpse Grinder from I'm only going to say it because you brought it up, Jasper. Marda at the East Side Inn in Tourmaline sang a sort of song that alluded to it, but you guys did not follow up on it or ask any information about
Corpse Grinder did look out onto the water, though, and saw it, I think. Like, way off in the distance. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened at one point.
Yes, so I rolled a 23.
Cool. As you look around for it in the darkness, within the range in which you can see, you do not see this figure. If you would like to continue to look out for them as the sun rises and there's more visibility for the day, I will let you do that.
That is
since
what I
you
will
are
do
not
then.
doing anything else. Great. Someone roll me another D20.
I got it. Boy, it's a 9.
Great. I love that. Cool. So this is from 9:15 to 10:15. As per usual, at about 10 a.m., the sun becomes visible for the day as it begins its mini arc overhead. And Jasper, you look out across the water and you see a figure floating above the lake. She wears what looks like a red fur-lined cloak that drifts about her, along with her hair, which moves as if she's like underwater. And I'm going to say this is you looking like with your scope. Do you want to try to move closer?
How far away am I?
Roll a survival check if you want an exact sort of distance.
I don't have any idea.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 2, so I got a 6.
Hard to tell, but it's very much if you want to move closer to it.
Does it look like she's moving, or does it look like she's stationary at a point on the lake?
Roll another perception check and you have advantage.
Okay. Oh my god. I got a 7.
With advantage?
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Wow.
Man.
It's hard to tell. You'd have to move closer.
Okay. Well, I will try to make a mental note of where that is and kind of maybe like nudge Forge Hand and be like, "Do you see that?" And kind of maybe hand the spyglass over.
Yeah. I'll stop
Forge Hand,
pretending to row for a minute.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Okay. I'm decent at those. That's a 19.
You spot this figure through the spyglass, and she's doing one of these towards you all.
Just standing on the water?
Floating above it.
Floating above it.
Jasper to Moonstar telepathically will say, "Hey, have you ever encountered a lady wearing red on the water out here?"
On the water?
Well, I see her over there. She's kind of floating above the water. I heard a rumor of a ghost lady on the lake. She's like a spirit.
I have never. Hold on, let me take a look.
And she kind of like peeks her head out from above the water and looks around.
I could let her use the spyglass. I could hold it up for her with the help action.
She's struggling when she first looks.
I don't see anything.
And then you're like, "Here, try this."
What? I just put it against my eye?
Yeah, close one eye and then
Closed.
and then use the one eye that's open, and I'll hold it up. And tell
Do
me
I?
if,
Should I open both eyelids? I have two.
yeah, keep one open, and I'll hold this over the one that is open.
Okay. Oh, yep. I see her. That's weird. I've not seen her before. Do you want to go towards her? It looks like she's doing a finger.
Yeah,
She's doing a fingy. It seems like she wants us to go over there. We're
Yeah.
kind of going in that direction.
I don't know. Creepy ghost lady beckoning us towards her doesn't exactly scream inviting.
Yeah, maybe on another day. Maybe, we could all hook up and get together and maybe have some kelp and have, go out and meet the lady on the lake one day.
Are you sure? Now
Yeah.
she's waving.
Yeah, well,
Well, now we don't want to be rude.
some things aren't always as they seem. I've learned recently.
Have you ever fought a ghost?
Actually, I have avoided fighting a ghost before, by being really nice and singing some sweet songs.
Well, do you want to try that?
Worst case scenario, she tries to kill all of us. Do you feel like fighting right now?
I can move the boats real fast.
Hell, let's
I
go.
mean,
Let's
I'm
go.
up for it. It's
Let's
whatever.
go. Just drag us by, and I'll play a little ditty for her. And if she freaks out, then we can just hit the boost and go.
All right, I'll do it.
And she dips her head underwater and begins pulling you all in that direction. And are you still going to be like looking at her, or is someone using the spyglass?
I'll I guess guide us toward her with the spyglass until we get close.
Cool. Roll me just another perception check
with advantage,
as I said.
Wow,
better this
double
time.
19s.
Love
there
that.
you go.
23. I rolled a 19 the last time.
That means you got really, really close double ones.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Horrifying, but lovely. Okay. You see, as you look at her and are beginning to move closer, like I said, it looks like she's wearing this red fur-lined cloak that's just kind of like drifting about her. Her hair has a movement to it as if she was underwater. Just the palest white skin to the point of translucency. And you see also that there are injuries that look like they're scattered across her body, like slashes, bruises, and what looks maybe like places where bones have been broken. And as you get closer, you actually hear her speaking.
Can I try to remember what that song was about? To see if it's relevant.
Yeah. Roll an insight check.
Okay. I'm going to use a side eye. That is a 13.
It's hard for you to place it. It was you heard her say it once and then you guys didn't follow up about it. Something about a red fur-lined cloak and an icy lake is what you remember. Yeah.
But it was to the beat of Sandstorm.
It was actually to the tune of Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, whatever that song's called. I think it's Hello Darkness. Cool. So, as
the Sound of Silence.
The Sound of Silence, that's the song, yes. As you get a bit closer,
you who cross this lake and help those who cannot help yourselves, I ask of you a task from me, and upon completion, I shall bestow a hidden truth to the one known as Jasper, the wearer of my ring.
Your ring? The ring of warmth?
That was mine. Yes.
Wow. Well, okay. What do you need us to do?
I saw what you all did yesterday and this morning to help them be free of their burdens. My remains lay at the bottom of the lake near Tourmaline. Now, like only bones in a cloak. Please recover them. Bring them to the owner of the East Side Inn. I need to be buried and laid to rest. That I may know peace.
So that one's a little hard to understand, only just because the distortion was so heavy. It's not like it wasn't Zoom that was dropping it.
I had to
That,
read
that
your
was
lips a
that,
little
that was
bit,
yeah.
but
That was just a voice that was hard to understand.
1 second.
I understood it though. So
I got like
How is this?
90% of it.
that's better.
My remains lay at the bottom of the lake near Tourmaline. Now only bones in a cloak. Please recover them. Bring them to the owner of the East Side Inn. I need to be buried and laid to rest, that I may know peace.
Was that better?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Great. Beery, I think it immediately dawns on you with your passive insight that this is what that ceremony spell was for today.
Side quest number 13. You are muted. Jason.
Okay. I was literally so scared that her dad was gonna die, and that's what the ceremony was gonna be for. But, haha. Anyway,
It's her mom.
Can you help
Yeah,
me?
we'll do this for you.
absolutely.
I have needed rest for a long time. It would mean a great deal.
Cool.
Can you
Well,
point us any closer to the remains? Can you take us there?
I can get us closer. Yes. Are you ready to go to them now?
Yeah. You want to ride in the boat? We got a friend here who's taking us really fast. We could just go over there real quick.
Follow me.
and you see she vanishes and like reappears 100 feet away, and it's kind of like waiting for you all to get closer in that direction. And I'll say Moonstar has kind of like stayed out of the water and just watched this whole thing go down.
Okay.
We good? Do we want to go?
Yeah. Let's follow her.
Cool. And you all head in that direction, and it's like as you're getting closer, she's the moment you're like, within 30 feet, she's vanishing and reappearing a little further away, creating this sort of line. And you get, it's an extra like 45 minutes basically out of the way here. But someone roll me another blizzard check.
My turn. 14.
Okay. Great. 10, 15 to 11 a.m. Side quest. Okay. Let me just check one thing. Great. So, You all get to like maybe 1,000 feet from Tourmaline in the water. And she is just sort of faintly floating in the air above a spot and points down and then just vanishes.
Cool.
I feel like Skywatcher has actually like legitimately been resting this whole time and might not know what's going on. Unless you've been telling him, Jasper, as you go.
I would have informed him that we're going to look for the remains, and at this point, I'll just say, "Hey, I think they're kind of around us down here. If you want, I can hop out and come look with you." I got the ring on, so the cold won't bother me, and I can breathe.
Do y'all want to go down together?
Yeah.
Take this before you go. Guidance.
Oh, cool.
The cold never bothered you anyway.
Yeah.
Are you casting that on Jasper or Skywatcher?
I'll do Jasper.
Okay. Cool. Skywatcher, do you want to give Jasper the help action, or both of you all want to roll separately?
Is this
or Jasper? Do you want to give Skywatcher the help action?
Is it investigation?
This will be. It could be I'll say it could be investigation or perception check.
I will give Angor the help action. Well, I have guidance though, so I feel like I should roll. Unless you can give it to Skywatcher instead.
I'll say go ahead and you roll the guidance, Jasper,
Okay.
and Skywatcher, you roll with advantage.
Cool. 3.
Nice.
Type.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Damn it. I'm going to use my inspiration because that was bad. That was better. That'll be a dirty 20.
With the 3?
Oh, dirty 23.
A very dirty 23.
As opposed to a natural 23.
I had an absolutely filthy 23, so I get it. Okay. Skywatcher and Jasper make their way down to the bottom of the lake right here, which is about 100 feet down. And Jasper, you are breathing through these gills, which is interesting. It's almost like your breath in is a little cold. But otherwise, you get used to it quick. And the two of you all come down here, and I'll say Skywatcher, maybe you're like keeping a tentacle on Jasper because he doesn't have a buoyancy bladder like you do, so he can't just make himself sink. You're kind of like keeping him down. And the two of you all just sort of start digging through mud, as that is what's kind of settled to the bottom here. And it takes you about 10 minutes, but at the end of that 10 minutes, you find a set of bones and a cloak that is still sort of wrapped around them under, layers of silt and dirt and whatever else. And you do notice, as you pull up this cloak, that there's still a clasp on it, and you wipe away some of the mud, and you see this is what the clasp looks like. And I'll give both of you all history or arcana checks to see if you can recognize that symbol right now while you're underwater, as it's kind of like you pull it out and you're like, huh, look at this. Show it to the other guy.
Let me, okay. Yeah.
It's dirty 20.
I got a 2.
Dirty 20. Was that Arcana or History?
They're both the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. I will say that in your training with your leader, with the former Skywatcher, back when you were Sky Shadow, he spoke one day about threats that you might have to face, threats that the tribe has faced before. And one of them that he talked about, and it clicks first because of the cloak. He referred to them as the Red Wizards of Thay. They were what he called a powerful magocracy that had great intention to harm those that were below them that could not do magic and enslave them. And essentially it was like, if you ever see a person like come around the tribe, because really your tribe is the more friendly of the two tribes. You all actually welcome guests if people come up, as opposed to Akhenathi, which tends to be a bit more secluded. Basically, if you ever see people show up wearing red cloaks that bear this image, and he did an illusion to show you, and it's that symbol that I showed you there, that they are likely with the Red Wizards of Thay and should be rejected from the clan and shown no hospitality. So, yeah, that's what you recognize on this cloak. I don't know how much of that you expressed to Jasper or not, but you quickly, Skywatcher, go through that. With your very surprising 20 check. I didn't expect any of you all to get that, so well played.
Thanks. I didn't either. I usually roll like shit.
But it makes sense that the former person in your position would warn you of various threats that might one day come to the tribe. And the Red Wizards of Thay are a threat, to be sure.
Yeah, I'll convey all of that to Jasper as I'm like thinking through it, kind of with the same sort of smugness that I did when I discovered the all of the murdered.
Oh yeah.
go back into your rude Sherlock mode.
Yeah.
So
here's the thing that I
yes, indeed.
here's the thing that I know that you don't.
Elliot, I encountered someone who was affiliated with this group in the caravan, right?
Nope. You encountered someone who referred to... Oh, you know what? What it was is...
the wizards from Waterdeep?
Roll a quick insight check. I mean, I'll tell you exactly where you heard about it. Just roll me an insight.
That's a dirty 20.
Great.
Fuck
love
yeah.
that. We're doing good on the lore rolls tonight. We love a good crit on your lore, crit on your homework.
Always crit on your lore.
Always crit on your lore. Always crit on your homework. Shiny.
Yes.
From the caravan told you that him and his family fled from Thay. And he spoke very vaguely in passing about the atrocities that have been committed there. Wasn't very much, and the thoughts about it seemed pretty unpleasant, so you didn't look at them very long.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that is where you have heard about the Red Wizards of Thay.
Cool.
And now that you think about that, Shiny's accent and this ghost's accent are kind of similar. There's a familiarity there.
Yes. Okay.
So, that being said, you and Skywatcher have this brief mental conversation, and you have these remains gathered up in this cloak with this little clasp, and briefly you see the spirit of her appear next to you all. And you hear underwater... Why did you do that?
Those are the remains. Please, this is the closest I have been to rest.
And what do you all do?
Well,
Moonstar to Tourmaline, right?
Yeah, I guess we bring them up and
Cool.
can I?
You all surface.
Yeah, hey, Angor, can I maybe try to hang on to that clasp?
Yeah, here you go.
You say that out loud? Okay.
No, in
as
my
an
brain to the octopus.
While you're still underwater?
Yes.
Okay. Are you trying to make it stealthy?
I'm not.
Okay.
No.
Please, leave my remains together.
You got it. We'll just keep her wrapped up.
And you could tell that comment was directed specifically at the taking of the clasp.
Sure.
Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, you all gather the remains and get back into the rowboats with everybody else. Well, I guess Jasper does. Skywatcher, you stay as an octopus?
Yeah.
If you want. It's up to you.
Seems to be the only. I mean.
So do you all want to go straight to Tourmaline?
I mean, we're already here. I feel like we should just do it and then maybe go.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
go Brim and Targos.
Yeah. You all pull up.
Skirt.
And I will say, as you have moved into this area again, you do see like a few fishing boats scattered about. People that, appear to be from Tourmaline. Boop, 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 boop. Elysium, this is kind of the worst sort of situation you could do here. Okay, there we go, little baby. She's my little baby kitty. Okay,
Is there anybody within earshot of our boats?
within earshot?
Depends on how loud you're yelling.
I mean, you're like 1,000 feet from Tourmaline.
I need to talk to Beery and Forge Hand, and I don't want people in other boats or on land to hear us.
Cool. So I'll say that you guys can sort of pull the boats together, and then Jasper, if you just want to roll a stealth check.
Cool.
I mean, 1,000 feet. That's a hell of a
It's
distance for sound to travel.
20.
That's pretty good. Yeah. You feel like you can speak with confidence to your allies
Cool.
here.
Hey, so this might sound like extortion to y'all, but what if we went to each town and we were like, hey, what if we took care of the lake monster? And then we get some sort of bounty from all of the towns, and then we're like, surprise, we fixed it, and then they all pay us.
That does sound like extortion.
Yeah, that's exactly what that sounds like. I think it's a great idea.
I mean,
Can I hear this from the water?
I wouldn't say you hear it from the water. Jasper, do you say this idea to Skywatcher mentally?
if I can say it out loud and mentally at the same time, then yeah.
Yes, we've done that before.
Cool.
Yes. Skywatcher, you hear this idea.
I think it sounds like a very wise idea.
But what would we need with all of their money?
Well,
Aren't we doing okay for ourselves already?
One might think that, but then what if we had more?
Times are hard
Yeah,
enough for these towns.
I'm still not following.
All right, whatever. Let's just get up on shore and finish up this this ceremony stuff.
Okay. You all make a quick trip to Tourmaline. It's about 11:20, 11:30 or so as you are pulling up. At the dock, you see some guards start pulling up, and they don't seem to say anything. Just, they're here. We better keep an eye on them type deal, as per usual. Easy enough. You all tie up the boats, get onto the dock as a whole group. Skywatcher, do you want to go with them, or do you want to stay as an octo?
I'll get out, I suppose.
Okay, cool. Yep, you pull your way up.
That wild shape in the process there.
Yeah,
Just
while you were
the
resting.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. You have 2 again.
Do I, from the dock, I would like to take out my spyglass and look at the guards at the other end of the dock and see if I can identify the one that I have marked. I want them to know that I'm looking at them, so it's incredibly obvious.
Cool.
If it's incredibly obvious, then Beery will say,
Jasper, I really don't think you should, but I don't have a better course of action to suggest. I just know that killing them in vengeance won't bring Miss Driven back.
Yeah, but it might feel good, right?
For a few minutes.
Well, that'll get you by till the next one, right?
A lot of things in Jasper's life felt good for a few minutes, Yeah, these guards are about 500 feet away from you. I will tolerate the use of your...
Do you need a hug, Jasper?
Your spyglass. Go ahead and roll it for me.
Wow. Dirty 20.
You do not see him among the guards that are at the end there.
Cool. All right. Put it back. And then Jasper will say to Moonstar, hey, if you want to park it out here, or maybe like go out there and breathe and then maybe come back just so they don't try to like kill you or nothing.
I don't want to get too close. I will wait nearby. If you want to just kind of row away from the docks, I will continue to pull you all when you are ready.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
With that, you all take this bundle of bones, and are you heading to East Side Inn?
Yes.
Excellent. Cool. You all pass by the market square. You pick up another tail. You guys now have like 5 guards following you. I guess, can you all... You guys are on the Tourmaline map, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Great. If someone wants to show me the path that you take through the city so I can stop assuming it. I guess, we can put you back here in the market. I narrated that far.
Well, Jasper probably can't carry, I wouldn't imagine would have the strength to like carry that through the whole town.
The bundle?
Yeah.
But it's that's fine. It's being carried.
Cool.
I can help.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you, Jesse.
You betcha.
How the hell did you do that?
Q.
Dungeon
Make waypoints
Master
with
magic.
Q.
Make waypoints with Q.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, was very cool.
Hey, while we were traveling over there, can I just want to ask the group for that necklace that I snagged as an octopus? Because I tossed it to somebody a while back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you handed it to Beery.
Yeah, I think Beery put it in the bag.
Yes, you can have that back. Here you go.
Got that. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, now that you're on land and you're able to check it out, go ahead and roll me 2d20.
Okay. Okay. Do you want both of them separately?
Both of them together.
Added together?
Both numbers.
Okay, it's 15 and 11.
Great. And go ahead and roll a con save as you... No, I'm joking. Cool. You take a look at this amulet. It looks to be like one of those like little portrait amulets. Like you can open it and there'd be a picture inside of it. Do you open it? A locket. There we go. Yes.
Yes, I definitely open it.
You open the locket. You see that whatever picture was inside here has been reduced to sort of sludgy black mold and little
And-
broken, clumsy bits.
And now make a con save.
But maybe you take a second and like run a cloth over it. This thing looks like it could fetch you a good amount of gold. I mean, whatever was in here, whatever it meant to someone, maybe is unknown. But this looks like a pretty nice gold portrait locket. Or
Yeah,
you know,
I'll
you could also keep it.
so I'll
Put a
clean it
picture
off.
of yourself.
on. Yeah,
Great.
maybe I'll do that too.
You do that.
But I'll definitely clean it up right now. Do we have pictures? Do we have photos in?
4chan,
Nope.
do you have your armor, right?
I
You
could
got
draw
that
you
out
a
of my
little
bag?
picture.
4chan's
Oh, yeah,
wearing the armor.
I've been wearing armor
Assume so. Just
the whole day.
Delete it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, doing inventory management. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Cool. Well, you all arrive at the East Side Inn, and again, as per usual, Marta greets you. Oh, hello. Welcome back. And you see that next to her at this desk is her father, Clyde. And he looks to be healthy and well. He doesn't smell like he's been laying in bed for days and days anymore either. His cheeks are flushed. It looks like he's been, eating and living and up and about. And he's like, "Oh, hey there. You were the one." And he comes up and says, "Can I give you another hug? Can I give you a hug? Is that okay?"
Sure thing. Come on in.
And he gives you a big old hug. Thank you so much. I that whatever that was, it hit me something rotten. I'd been in that bed for a while, and one night I had a feeling I was gonna die in there. So thank you. I appreciate that. And Marta says, "Are you all going to be looking for some accommodations, or what will it be here?"
Jasper will connect to the father, but then just continue to kind of talk to Marta, and we'll say, I don't really know a better way to say this, but we encountered a lady on the lake wearing a red fur coat, and we were directed to some remains at the bottom of the lake that I believe might belong to y'all.
In Clyde's head, there is like a sort of flushing up of a memory that is to do with what you're talking about. Not as a participant or even as a witness, but as something that his grandparents had told him. And Marta says, "Oh, like a ghost."
Yes.
I mean, you're pulling me chain a little bit, aren't you?
I really wish that I was, because it was honestly a little bit weird to encounter a spirit. But I guess it's not really the first time it's happened to me, so it felt a little familiar, but it was still very strange. And if they hadn't told me to bring them here, I probably wouldn't have done it. But you've been nice to us in the past, and she said to bring them to you, so I figured it would, help y'all out.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Wow.
Don't screw it up.
Oh my god.
Didn't I just tell you not to?
I didn't at all. I got a 24.
Marta just sort of seems like, what? And then Clyde sort of speaks up. He says, I'd be lying if I didn't say I know what you were talking about. So, 50 years ago, this woman, we didn't know who she was. She showed up here in a fur-lined red cloak and stopped at the East Side Inn she said she was on her way to Lonelywood. She was, and you know, I wasn't even alive for this. This is something that my grandparents told me about. She was alone and she was frightened, they said. And so my parents, Marta's grandparents, they tried to console her, and they offered her shelter and food and hospitality, and she didn't really tell them what was going on, what had her so rattled. My grandparents had sort of, well, from what I've heard about you all, they're a bit like you all. They were adventuring folk. They had come up here to settle down. And they had said they thought she had the look of a wizard about her, and her accent. It seemed like they thought she was from a place called Thay. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of it. But this woman,
Nope.
she didn't have any money, and she gave them a ring as payment for her hospitality. Marta had that same ring up until she misplaced it. And not long after she started staying here, and this is the craziest part, they said that wind just came in, broke down the door, grabbed the woman and started tossing her about like she was a damn rag doll. And they intervened. They got their old weapons out. They were trying to fight whatever this was, not that they could see it. It was just, they said it was just like moving about. And she ran out the door. And that wind took care of my grandparents pretty quick. Didn't kill them, but knocked them out. They still had injuries from it. When they passed away, they still had scars. And apparently went back to the hunt. They followed up, and some of the fisher folks said that they had seen a woman in red run out to the docks, and they said she ran on the water, like walked on it, and then disappeared into the fog, and we never saw her again. So it kind of sounds to me like this is her that you're talking about.
What you described sounds just like what I saw. So I think
The lady, or did you see a howling wind?
No, the lady. I'm sorry,
Okay.
the lady. Yeah.
Well, we've got a small garden out back. It's where both of my parents are buried, actually. If she requested to be put to rest here, and Marta says, we were the last people then to show her hospitality. It's fitting. Yeah, I think that we could do this. And then Goody speaks up and says, I can dig her grave. I have magic powers. And they both freak out. Oh, shit! What the hell?
He's a bush.
Dad, I told you they had a goblin that came in here with them. They're fine. They're interesting folk and different, but that we would like your help, talking plant. Yes, please. And yeah, they offer to escort you all outside.
Cool.
Was this woman running from someone?
She never told us about that. If I would say, sorry, his accent. My grandparents said she never really explained what the whole deal was. She was kind of cagey about it. But yeah, here it is, and they take you out back, and it's like this, maybe like Space that's kind of, it's not really like marked on the map here, but fenced in. There's an area behind the house, and you see 2 like frozen overhead stones. And Goody has to be set down on the ground. He takes 2 of his roots, puts them into the ground, and then you see this just like 5-foot pit open, pulling like snow down with it as he just like drags the dirt around. Clyde and Marta take the remains from you all and sort of set them down into there. And then Goody pushes all of the land back, and it's obviously like you can tell where the grave is because it all got churned about. And they sort of look around at you all and at each other, and then do you all want to say any words here? I'll start. I didn't know this lady's name, but she helped. She gave a ring to my grandparents, and she was running from something. Probably, especially if she was going to Lonelywood. That's where a lot of people run from things. But now she's at peace. And he looks to Marta, and she says, "I'll just sing the little song."
Jasper will play it on the flute.
Ahead of winters when she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in fur-lined cloaked of red, to the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, as sure as nights she's passed away. And she's sort of quiet for a minute. And then Beery, you feel Goody kind of like taps you with his root foot. You want to say something? You're muted.
I was eating candy.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Sure. Can I say that before this, Beery took a chance to slip into her dead husband's priest garments?
Yes.
Some vestments.
Yes.
Ceremonies.
Yeah, as you're coming outside, like as they step up to start saying words, you didn't see the whole grave process, but you can tell. And you all see Beery comes around. Please describe her ceremonial garb to us.
Sure. I imagine it would be white. Probably purple and green, like decoration. Maybe like a little trim of flowers around the bottom of the robe.
Do you think it has like the fern on it or whatever?
Yeah, probably the symbol front and center prominent. Yeah, like a lavender purple to it maybe instead of white. Yeah.
I will send this image to the group that they may see. But carry on.
Okay. Yeah, and she just goes up there and gets out.
Does anybody have powdered silver? 25 gold pieces worth.
Whoops.
I'll say that was within Belissa's medicine woman bag, that there was enough at least for one of those.
Then I'll take that out of the healing bag and kind of powder it over the corpse in the grave and just say like,
Oh, Eldath, we commit this spirit to your eternal peace. Please grant her the rest she was not able to find even after her death.
Cool. And then tell me about the ceremony spell.
You perform a special religious ceremony that is infused with magic. I would like to ritually cast it if possible. It takes an hour. So an hour and 10 minutes then.
Yeah, so Barry says this and then starts like going into her ritual as you all have seen before, which is just like chanting and movement. And Clyde and Marta are like, we're gonna head in. Yes, I'm gonna go inside. I'm getting a little cold. And they head in, leaving you all outside with Beery. If you want to do anything in the meanwhile, or stay here to see this done, Up to you.
I stay within 10 feet and then touch the corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell.
What? Which of the ceremonies is this?
Funeral.
Funeral rites. There we go. And with that, and this is sort of the same funerary rites you had done to the Banshee in Lonelywood. As you complete this hour-long spell, you see over the course of that time, while Equinox is also out here, those guards spread out and are watching you all from a distance. And near the end of the spell, the town speaker actually walks up, and it's like if someone goes to talk to him, he's just like, wait, like, let's see this done type thing. Speaker Oris. And you see with him actually is Amala from the Soon's Comfort Inn. And let's just pause for just a second here and come back in 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay, Beery. Over the course of this hour, you complete this spell. As it's, as I said, this is the symbol. Are we back online? Are we streaming? This is the symbol for Beery's god. This is the symbol that's on the vestments. Represents a little waterfall. And this is the figure that approaches you that I spoke of, the speaker, Oris of Tourmaline, the half-orc. And Beery, you come to the culmination of the spell as you have sprinkled this powdered silver over the body, and you touch this grave. There is a green glow that emanates from you into the ground, temporarily illuminating the soil, and then it fades. And as it does so, the spirit appears before all of you all behind this inn, over its grave, very briefly, And it says the following.
Jasper, or he who is known as Jasper. That which haunted and ended me now haunts you. You will not see this predator when it comes for you. It stalks you invisibly. You have what I did not, allies. They must keep watch over you, lest you be ravaged in your sleep by that which seeks you. You know why this force comes for you. That which we flee from always catches us. May Lady Luck be on your side. Farewell.
And she fades from existence, and everyone gets a point of inspiration.
Holy
Boy.
shit.
What the fuck?
This one stick around?
This is a stick aroundy.
Can I very casually look at like the speaker and the guards and Alma and see how they reacted to seeing and hearing that?
They could not hear it. She leaned forward it and whispered it to you.
Oh, so
Like,
I'm the only one
group-
that heard that?
The group heard it because they were all in that garden, but it was speaking so low that only those people that were around directly would hear it. Maybe the speaker heard it.
Well, can I look at them and see what they're doing? See their reaction?
The speaker's eyes are just sort of wide, but you guys he also was there for you, completing the spell and doing magic. His eyes are very wide as he watches you all.
Okay.
But you're not sure what aspect of that he heard or did not hear.
Yeah.
And I will send you the text directly so
Okay.
that you can read it for the future, since it was said to you. And then, as I said, the spirit then fades away, but with a green glow. And I think, Beery, to you read that as moving on to an afterlife, having been laid to rest. And after a minute, the speaker says, "So, what the fuck was that? What's going on here?"
Hi, Oris. Good to see you.
Hi, Beery. Hey, Jasper.
Hey,
Skywatcher.
hey, Oris, how are you today?
4chan, I think we've met. I think you've met the speaker of Tourmaline, because you guys passed through here from Lonelywood, right?
Yeah, we stopped for a drink
Yeah.
one time, right?
I think you all did
Yeah.
a show here.
Wasn't
real
that the
quick.
time that we healed his jaw too? When we came back?
That was the bartender there. Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That was not Oris. Was that a ghost that you just had there?
Yes, we were putting her spirit to rest.
Oh, to rest. So done?
For her, yes, I think
That
so.
was... She's been out on the lake for 50 years. And you got that taken care of.
Well, did y'all ever try to go talk to her?
I didn't.
Okay.
No. And I knew that Belissa, who worked here, she was afraid of the water, so she would never go out on a boat. And I feel like between me and her and most of the fishermen don't really, there's a lot of superstition among fishing communities.
Yeah, what about the guards? They didn't want to go check it out?
They sure didn't.
Shame.
What are they even good for?
Well, thank you for doing that. All the more reason why I love you all. I do have just two things to discuss. Are you all staying here, or should I escort you all back to the docks?
we can go somewhere and talk if we need like privacy.
Nothing I'm going to tell you about isn't already known.
Okay. Well, I mean, we were kind of on our way to Bremen, and when we came across the lady in red, so we have other stuff to do. But if you need us to do anything or something, let us know.
For the time being, really, if we can just get to the docks, I can let you know what's up.
Sure. On we go.
Cool. You all begin your trek back to the docks. Marta and Clyde pop out and are real quick like, "Oh, it's done. Oh, well, all right. It was nice to meet you all, folk. If you need come back, if you need a room, you got one here at the east side. Goodbye."
Thank you.
And speakers walking with you, and as I said, Amala, the woman, the elven woman who runs or half elven woman who runs the Soon's Comfort Hot Spring, is here as well and has not spoken. Has just been sort of taking in this whole situation. He said, "All right, well, first thing here is I think this is for you." And he grabs a bundle that Amala's been holding and hands it to you, Jasper.
Okay.
And seeing inside of it, it looks to be a bunch of Equinox scarves with pockets that say Equinox Icewind Dale Tour 1489.
Scarves with pockets.
Yeah.
That's what was ordered. Scarves with pockets. Kind of like the rave kids, how they have the hats with pockets. Yep, but instead, cool, you got it.
It's got pockets.
We're the best.
Yeah, I talked to Trim, and you guys had gotten those made, so I just wanted to help y'all out, get that out of your hair, off your hands, everything else. Here's the second part, and this part is not. I'm not super pumped to have to tell you about this. Early this morning, your friend Bash, he left. He busted out the ice, started screaming, broke down 2 doors, fled across the city, injuring guards that got in his way, and made north. It seemed like for Lonelywood. He was taking these leaps, like he was going apparently like 20, 30 feet in the air at a time. I personally don't have anyone that I could send after him, and the town guard didn't seem too keen to chase a wild, screaming beast into the woods. So I am sorry, but I don't know where he went. But he's out of here. That's first. Or no, that's the big thing. That's the thing. And then Amala speaks up and says, yes, the last time you were at the Soon's Comfort Hot Spring, I had talked about how if you all were to deal with the sea beast that's been troubling us, I would be giving you all 25 gold. I wanted to know if it would be okay if I use that to repair the damages that were done to my business by your friend Bash.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
That's totally fine. Thank you for taking care of him. I'm sorry this happened.
Yeah, it was very surprising this morning. Yes.
Did you see the ice melting like before he broke out, or did he just suddenly like break out and go crazy?
I checked on him last night, as I do whenever I'm closing up for the night. And I came in this morning and I was beginning my rounds, and I was in the first room of all of them, and the door flew off and he just ran right by. I kind of hid out. He ripped off the front door and kept going. He had his hammer and he was swinging it about. His arms were really long. Yeah, the speaker says, I think he might have actually killed 3 guards as he left town. but that just sort of is what it is. I guess my big thing here, I think it might be best if Equinox stayed clear of Tourmaline for, a 10-day or so, let everything cool down between the show y'all did here, kind of speaking to truth to power, as it were, the fire at the theater, and now Bash's sort of warpath here. People are a little shaken, and I don't want any sort of harm to come to y'all while you're here, if you catch my drift there, Jasper.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, I will say, there is a third figure here who has been here, but, he's very hidey. Trex, the little kobold, has been following around with like a little clipboard, and he says, yes, that seems quite a good idea. There is actually one last thing. And now at this point, you guys are like at the end of the dock, or like beginning to walk onto the docks. Beery, there was some paperwork that came to my attention. In Bellissa's will, this is the craziest shit I'd ever seen written into a will. It said, whoever finds my body, puts me to rest, and can wield my staff is due to inherit all of my possessions and property. That, to me, I was like, wow, did this woman know when she was going to die? That's crazy.
Pretty specific.
Very specific. It seemed like I was like, flashes of the future. I mean, people called her a witch. I don't know. Terrified the shit out of me to read that. But in about a 10-day or so, the rest of this paperwork are cleared. There are certain sort of like time constraints that are built into these. I didn't make the rules. I'm just here to try to enforce them. So once we get this clear, if you want, you have a second place here. And if things settle back down, maybe come back closer to the new moon.
Okay.
If you're interested in checking that out, you have a home here, and I will I'll put it on the map.
Well, that's great.
Well, snap.
Wow.
We've got a lovely town here, and I'd be happy to be a part of it.
We are snatching up all the real estate.
Map layer, advanced. Wait, to back. There we go. Is it showing up? Can you see Bellissa Amber Eye's home?
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
really it should say.
It's like buying a home in every town in Skyrim.
Yeah.
There we go. Wait, hold on. Does this show you all as I'm typing?
No.
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 Wait.
But nope, damn it. There we go. At this point, you guys are like at the dock next to the boats. I look forward to seeing you all again. Like I said, just give it a 10-day. Wait for things to cool down a little bit. And then maybe we can figure out putting another show together or whatever it might be. I'm sure someone will need your help at some point. Thank you. As the speaker of Tourmaline, I officially thank and agree and enjoy the company of Equinox. When I would love to have you all safely be in this town at any point in time you wanted, and maybe that's something we can figure out in the future, huh?
Sounds good, Oris.
That sounds good. I apologize for us kind of bringing this stuff upon y'all.
It's all right. When we got your frozen friend in that hot tub there, I didn't think that he'd be screaming his way across the town and killing people. I thought he was just going to be chilling like an ornament. So, none of us really expected this. I got to say, though, I got the mine back open, and we got a bunch of helping hands in town, and they wouldn't be there if not for you. So, I appreciate what you've done.
real quick, have you heard anything about the spider in the cave, or the 2 spiders in the cave? Are they, we need to go back and check on them at some point.
From what I hear, for the most part, they don't show up when the workers are in there. And the people who have seen them, it's when things have quieted down, like near the end of the night, once they leave for the day type thing.
Sure.
They do say that they have not seen any giant rats in the mine since operations are restarted. That's a bit of a big deal.
Very cool.
And no sort of creeping critters or killers or anything else. So it seems like they're helping. They keep seeing little bundles in the web of stuff they done caught and ate. So
cool. No people are going missing though.
We've not had that issue yet. I guess, hopefully when you come back in town, I continue to tell you the same thing.
Well, I mean, it seemed like we had the ability to kind of train it. So I feel like if we can go back and just kind of say, hey, you're doing a good job, maybe it'll prolong that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. When you all are back in town, we can arrange a quick little visit.
Cool.
That work?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, y'all have some safe travels now. And I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Take care,
and you
Horse.
all load up in your ships and begin paddling your way back out to your sea monster friend, Moonstar. And
yeah, I guess I'll mentally hail the taxi.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Easy enough to do. And so I guess that whole ritual started at like 11:30, 11:45. Jump to 12. Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Is that right? Math. Did that. Yep, it's getting to be about 1 p.m. as y'all are getting back out across the lake. And
did I start my psychic whispers at 10?
You started them at 8:15.
Okay, so I have 6 hours, so
yeah.
It's coming up.
Yeah. Can I get a blizzard check from y'all?
Tony.
I got you. That's a 4.
We have a blizzard. Woo!
Can we use an inspiration?
Nope. As you all move your way across the lake and meet back up with Moonstar, it does indeed begin to snow and snow heavy. And
we just had one of these.
Moonstar says,
everything go okay in town?
Okay is one word for it. We put the spirit to rest.
Kind of you to do. Do you help everyone that asks of it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Then all those who you come across are lucky.
If it's within our means.
I'll get you back to Bremen, if that's what you would like.
Yes, please.
Hey, are we gonna like find Bash?
Well, yeah. There's a lot to talk about because 2 really big things happened back to back.
I'll give you all some time.
And she sticks her head underwater, and you guys get moving. It'll be about an hour before you get back to Bremen, so honestly, you guys have time to chat.
I think I might double broadcast what I'm saying to Moonstar, just so that she can hear it.
Yeah, okay. She's receptive.
But yeah, so that ghost, like outed me, and also told me that something I can't see is gonna hunt me down and kill me in my sleep.
How did you how?
Well, she was like the one known as Jasper. Wink.
Yeah, I picked up on that one too.
That's just how people from her part of the world speak. Maybe
it made my skin crawl a little bit. And also,
No, it wasn't just that. It was that it's like she corrected herself to say the one known as after calling him Jasper. It's like she knew that was wrong.
yeah. And then referenced my very newly found affiliation with Timora. That's very recent to me. I don't know. It's just that's very strange. That whole thing is very weird because I thought, I was kind of feeling your vibe and like the ritual and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cool praying. And then a lady appeared and threatened me with an invisible murderer. So
She wasn't threatening you.
it was very threatening.
Promising you.
She was warning you.
Yes.
As an insight check, I'll give you that. But I feel you.
Yeah.
Psych, and now it's coming after you. Huh?
Yeah. So that is weird as hell.
I mean, are you gonna trust the scary ghost lady that tells you, you're gonna be killed by?
Well, okay, let's frame it this way. I got duped by a purple face that existed in my imagination, and I trusted it, but only I could see it. All of y'all saw this thing, and I feel like it was equally as real to you. So, this is very strange. Ever since I started this kind of adventure and stuff, this is insane.
Maybe you should just, watch your back now instead of.
What, going to sleep? It said it's going to kill me in my sleep.
Well, yeah,
It said that it could kill you in your sleep, and we just have to watch you sleep.
We always take watches.
So I can't. Okay.
Most of the time. Sometimes we don't.
Just
Well,
don't
just
sleep.
look out
Don't sleep
for
alone,
wind.
Jasper.
Okay.
Don't. Or with just one other person, like Corpse Grinder.
Well,
but I guess what this means is that there's no place that we can consider safe. Like, we can't just be back in town and all get a solid sleep. Like, apparently we have to be on the lookout 24/7.
Well, what would make me what would make me feel a little more safe? Bash.
True. I was gonna try and impart some wisdom from Eldath on our way back to Bremen about whether it would be worth our time to go try and hunt him down, but the storm's kind of hampering that.
It would take some time, but we do know a way to find exactly where he is if we go to the Elven Temple and use the mirror.
That's true.
But also, knowing Bash, he would run butt-ass naked through the tundra with his hammer in a straight line with no regard for where he was running, so...
That does sound like
it. Just running through school buses.
Just like Naruto running, but with a hammer.
Just hitting everything. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's some new information. I would like to... I mean, if he's out there,
Yeah. If he's out there, we should find him.
Wow.
So, this changes plans. Bremen, then to Lonelywood?
I mean, yeah, if he headed north out of Tourmaline, he ran into the forest. I really feel like...
I don't mean to interrupt, but if you would like a ride there, I can take you back.
That would be so wonderful.
Oh my
gosh. This is from Elliot to the party. If you guys are at these lake towns, I will let Moonstar fast travel you guys about.
Hell yeah.
So
Woo!
that helps. It's she can't really get to Targos because it's so frozen there. But like she can get, up to... Are you guys on the map? Everyone's
in the
on the map right now.
vicinity of
Yeah,
Tundros.
like up to here approximately, and then it's just you guys walking on ice from there.
That's cool.
So good job. You've done most of these towns, so you've unlocked fast travel to them as fast as it can be.
Yeah.
You know,
Fast-ish.
with boats and a sea monster.
That's awesome.
So okay, that's the plan then.
Yeah. I
Alrighty
mean,
then.
Let's do it.
yeah.
So you guys want to head back to Lonelywood and then make your way back to the Elven Temple and try to either see where Bash is along the way or scry on Bash.
Yes. I mean, if do you guys agree on that?
I think what we should do is continuously get really close to talking to Bash, but never actually engage with him for like months at a time.
Just track him.
Really long time making sure that everything's okay with Bash, you know?
I didn't know him, but he sounds cool.
I think y'all get along.
Yeah, I bet we would.
He does really like
Berries?
no, how you say worthless creatures.
I think you just say worthless creatures there.
Right.
Goody's in an abusive relationship.
Skywatcher's taking on the role of the tough teacher.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there any further discussions that y'all want to have as you travel?
I think so.
No.
Okay, great. I love it. Very good. After an hour of travel, thinking about these words that this ghost said to you, Jasper, sort of echoes through your mind a little bit. One second. The words. You have what I did not. Allies. That sort of ruminates. It's reassuring in a way. Something that, you know, in a big part, you haven't had a lot of your life. But in that second part, you know why this force comes for you. That which we flee always catches up. There's some more meaning there. Something that you've been moving away from. It's not a comforting thought. Something to ruminate on. The snow continues its pitter-patter, filling the day, drowning out the sunlight as you all move into roundabouts 2 p.m. as you approach the closest that Moonstar can lead you. And you get on the ice right about here. And she pops out of the water.
I will wait here. I'm just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna go gather some of that funky seaweed I told you about, Jasper.
Very cool.
When you come back, just slap the water like, I don't know how many times. Do a pattern. What pattern do you want to do? I'll just listen for the slap water.
Okay. I'll just do like 3 really kind of evenly spaced slaps and then pause, and then just kind of do it until you hear it. And he'll just kind of do it, I guess.
Okay. I will listen for that.
I'm not a very good water percussionist.
Maybe one of them are.
Yeah.
I heard them play the drums last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach, okay, I could just do, just like that kind of repeating pattern.
Yes, just
Not
slap.
not a natural pattern.
Right. Just be sure and slap the water.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll bring Tally back with us to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh, today? Okay.
I figure.
All right. Yeah, that works for me. Cool. I'll totally just hang out then.
And she just sort of dips her head underwater. And you all strap back on your crampons.
Yes.
That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
The ice spikes that go on the bottom of your shoes.
Yes.
Skywatcher, you cannot be an octopus right now. You could, but they'd have to drag your large body. Do you want to turn into something smaller?
We would punch you until you're no longer an octopus. So you cannot be an octopus.
Be a penguin.
I don't think I can be, but I would.
You can be a penguin. It's a flightless bird, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be a penguin then. Of course, I'll be a penguin. I know that was
Penguin, 5e, flightless bird. It's got and you're level 4, so you can do stuff with a swim speed.
Hell
Damn,
yeah.
this motherfucker's got a fast swim speed. Hold on, let's see if this is official.
Well, I mean, that's why he was an octopus before.
Yeah.
Got the swim speed covered already.
That's fair. Yeah, I just didn't think about that.
Found a race of penguin folk.
Cool. I'm just gonna send you. Actually, let's check one other place. I do. That's no surprise that there's a penguin folk race. There's an every animal race at this point. Penguin. Nope, no penguins. Cool. You can use this stat block then. Your powers include hold breath, beak, and fat and feathers. There you go, Tony. You turn into a penguin and start slip sliding across the ice, following up with the group. It's real cute. At about, okay, I guess, roll me a survival check, Jasper, to successfully lead them across this ice back to town.
Yes, they're safe, Jasper. Guidance.
Oh, wow. Good. I'm also going to side-eye. Oh,
Tight.
Okay. That's a 16.
Great. Yes, that's good. It was a DC 15.
Wow.
So, after about a half hour of walking on this ice, you all see the town of Bremen. The blizzard carries on and continues. And hold on, Bremen. Where are you? There you are. Whoop. Do. You all make your way back to the docks. You're dragging these boats with you, since they're not your property, I assume?
Yes.
Great.
And the fish are in there.
As you come back to the dock, you see it is fairly empty. It seems like most people have sort of turned in because there's a blizzard. Where to?
Where can we find Tally?
Tally was just kind of on the docks.
Yeah.
Tally, I believe they told you where you could find them. Hold on. Let me see if I wrote it down.
I just realized that we Didn't we summon what's his name and then never talk to him?
Who?
The merchant
Rodolfo.
guy. Rodolfo?
Yeah. Yes, that did happen.
Nice.
He may still be here in town. It's worth a look about.
Is that here? Wasn't that in a different town? Wasn't that in?
That was here.
That was here.
It was here.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Cool.
Maybe it was the 5 Tavern Center where she said she could be found.
Yeah, I think they said that they had a small house behind the town hall. That's what it was.
Gotcha.
That rings a bell.
And yeah, I mean, but yeah, you all are back in town. It's about 2:30 p.m. Where to first? Are you just trying to head straight to Tally?
Yeah, hunt down Tally, arrange that meeting. Then, did anyone here say they would pay us for the monster or anything? Or was it
Tally,
just that like we'd get the deal of people?
Tally said that they could compensate you somewhat. You had been. Was there a specific? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I mean, I guess mostly Skywatcher had been directly asked by his patron to see to this. And you were going to get paid by Amala, but that thing happened. And then there is payment to be had from Tally, having, with you can sort of bridge this gap between them and the sea monster. Moonstar. But yeah, that was what you had heard about.
Cool. To Tally then.
Great. As you all begin to make your way, whoa, I just made it bigger. Make your way across town. You near the 5 Tavern Center. And as you do so, you see a couple of guards, and they look over, and they look at Skywatcher, and then look to, and you see that Ewan is in their company, and he's like, "Yeah, him. This is the one that charmed me and tried to rob me blind after a very fake hug that didn't fill my heart with joy or the feeling of security and comfort from being held by a loved one. That is him." And the
Penguin?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's calling me out as a penguin.
Oh shit! Are you still a penguin as you're coming into town?
Uh-oh.
Oh, is he back? Bryce, have you been here the whole time? Oh. Hold on.
It just came back.
Did that kill the stream?
Yeah, briefly. It should be back up though. Yep, we're back.
We good? Tight.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, the guards say, "Could you all please come with us? See if we can't get this cleared up." And Ewan's like, "The whole group! That's all. It's all of them. They're complicit." And
are you talking about?
Let's go get this squared away, huh? And they start walking you all towards the town hall. And that honestly seems like a great place to leave the session.
Side quest after side quest after side quest, just
Hey.
piling up.
I am the kind of person that only does side quests and never does the main quest. So,
Yep.
Well, at least you guys get to check one off as soon as you started it.
yeah.
Kind of. Cool. Great session, y'all. Sorry no combat, but also that's how life is sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Love the RP. Thanks for playing with me.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Hey, everybody on the internet. Thanks for watching along. If you're still here, or if not, whatever, I get it. People got shit to do. So it looks like our next game is supposed to be on actual Halloween, the 31st. What's the over-under on that for you all?
I can be there.